Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Sunday morning's Messages of Love from Above. And I'm excited to bring forth whatever messages Spirit has for us today. So, before we get started, though, as always, I like to send love out to the world to do our part, one of our parts that we can do in helping raise the love vibration of our collective of this planet. So, if you'd like to join me, of course, I do welcome that. Whether you're watching live or on replay, we can all join together outside of space and time to send that love out to the world. So, I'm going to take a big, deep breath and come back to right here, right now, just letting all the stress of the day, of the world, just get out of our bodies and out of our consciousness for a moment. And just letting that love cascade down into our heart and fill us up and then overflow out to the world. Circling the globe in a giant, giant ball of unconditional love, allowing it to touch every heart that is ready to vibrate at a higher and higher love. And if you yourself, of course, are in need of love in this moment for your mind, your heart, your body, for a loved one, a relationship, a situation, whatever it may be, we send love to you right now, circling you, your loved one, whatever situation it may be, in a giant ball of unconditional love. Just take it in like a big group hug from the universe, or like a plant takes in the sun, the sunlight into itself. Unconditional love and light, because you are unconditionally loved. You are made of unconditional love. You're able to send unconditional love out to the world and realize the whole world is made of unconditional love. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me and doing that and allowing me the space for that. And before we get into the readings, last chance to get into the drawing for tomorrow. Here's the link to the video. Excuse me. Every Monday, I have a drawing where I give away at least one personal recorded reading. I've been giving more this month, kind of a giveaway extravaganza to celebrate Divine Mother, the Mama energy for Mother's Day, and here in the United States this month, and also just springtime, Mother Nature, showing her beautiful harvest and sharing. So I'll be giving away 4 personal recorded readings tomorrow, and then the following Monday will be the end of the big giveaways, and I'll be giving away at least 7 personal recorded readings. So be sure to check out the video if you want to get into the drawings there for a chance at winning those. And then a couple of days ago, I put out June's monthlies. So if you want to check out and see what is coming forward for you in the month of June, we get the summer and winter solstice coming, depending on which hemisphere you're on. And so Spirit was focusing in on what are you red hot, fiery, charged with unconditional love, higher vibrational energy in your life right now in June, and where we might have some lower vibrational energy that we can raise if we choose. So some great information there. They went extra deep in this one, and I love the format they came up with. So if you want to check that out, and of course, we're still a few more days left here in May. So if you haven't checked out May's reading, there's the playlist for that. And then also every week I put out at least one pick a card reading. So I have a ton of pick a cards on my playlist if you ever need extra guidance. But this week's was what's coming next for you. You had 3 options, and within each option, we did talk about love, career, and abundance for each. So I like those. All right. And I think that's everything. So Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's all the announcements. Let me get my desktop all set up here and we will get into the readings. If you are new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome to the Soul Family. I have a great group of people here with huge hearts and even huger senses of humor, which I appreciate and adore. So, welcome to the family. And let me just finish up here real quick before I yabber on some more. All right, there we go. So, how the free readings work, there's no special list. The chat is the list. You just put your question out there. And then I go down in order, first come, first serve. If you don't want to put your business out there, you can ask for general guidance or like a general reading. Spirit knows what you want, and we'll pull cards for that. And then what else? What else? Oh, if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. I will prioritize it, step out of the free readings, complete those. I do dive deeper, pulling more cards for those as well. And then I return back in to the free readings and go down the list. I'm usually on about an hour and a half, 2 hours, sometimes a little longer. So I try to get through as many free readings as I can, but if you do want to make a donation, you can use the super chat down below. And then in the pinned comment and the description box of the video, I do have my Venmo, my Cash App, my PayPal, and my Square. So whatever way you want to make a donation, totally up to you. And amount, totally up to you. I don't have a set amount because I know finances per person vary from day to day, but definitely from person to person, country to country, planet to planet, whatever it may be. I don't have a set amount, whatever you feel. But so that is it. Blah blah blah. I do have the Tarot of Dragons and the Naked Heart Tarot are the two that I'm using today. And I do want to start with the Tarot of Dragons. And so we will start there. All righty. Hey, everybody. Good to see everyone. Hope everyone had an amazing weekend. It just always flies by. I'm just always blown away. Weeks fly by, weekends fly by. And here it is, almost the middle of the year already. Excuse me, I don't know what is happening. All right. So we'll start at the very top. So, Love, you are up first for the first free reading. And you want to know, what does he want from you? Let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know here. All righty. Excuse me. Still clearing out my pipes, evidently, here. Sorry about that. A little bit of love, a little bit of wah, wah, wah. So, Two of Cups, there is emotional and important connection here. Uh, but there's also the King of Wands, which is fire, passion. So they definitely want this, this attraction, this passion. There is also actually emotion attached, which is great. Normally it starts off like this and then this comes later, but it does feel like they, have these intentions and these desires of emotion and wants. Now, intentions are good, but can they do it? Right? That's the other thing. This is what they want, but what do they say? I want. I want a horn on my head like a unicorn, but is that going to come to pass? I don't know. But that's what your spirit guides are coming in. This is what they want, but as far as are they going to be able to bring it, that's another story for another day. All right, but that's what they have for you, Love. I like it. So many blessings to you. And Golden, you are up next, and you want to know what Spirit would like you to know for the month of June. Of course, be sure to check out your um, June monthlies as well. That just came out here, so you can get some additional information. Yeah, it looks like you do have some balancing to come in here in the month of June, because the Ten of Wands is a lot of energy being invested, obviously, and you can't keep at that pace. It's time to let some things go that you're investing some energy into that you don't need to. Some things that might be like screaming, I'm important, I'm important. But when you look at your I don't know what's going on today, but if you look at the like your true north. What is it that I want in my life? Some important thing, I'm sorry, urgent things are not important. So little urgent things going, I'm important. And you're like, well, no, you're just urgent, but you're not important. And I really don't need to, do that. I will, go forward. Um, and not worry about investing energy in there. And that's what this is about here. You have the Sire of Cups, King of Cups, rolls over emotion, and there is all the kings are given also a second portion other than their suit, which is of air, which is of mind. And so this is balancing heart and mind, which allows you to do this. So your heart goes out, wants to do things, urgent things. I feel like you have a big heart. So, you know, people are like, "But I need your help. I need your attention." And you're like, "Well, I don't have all that time and energy to be able to do it. But all right, I'll sacrifice myself." The mind is going to balance you out a little bit and go, "All right, how many times have we gone over that?" Like there's people in your life that they just are drama addicted, right? Drama queens and kings and other royalty. And you're like, they just don't want to change. They just want to, that's not a good word to use on YouTube. They want to, just draw blood from you. Okay. So they just want this, and you're like, you know what? I don't have to give that or as much. I'm gonna like half the amount of energy or fourth it or not, make them wait or whatever because this is a month for you to balance. So I like it for you, Golden. So the urgent is not necessarily the important, and balance is important for you in the month of June. So many blessings to you. All right, Marie Jones, you're up next. Hello, hello. I am well. I'm a little hyper. I have no idea. I wonder what energy is going on today. What is the moon in Scorpio? Is that where the moon is today? That makes sense. Okay. So a reading from your relationship from now until July. And I'm not sure if I said I hope you are well too. Don't want to be rude. I'm good. That's all that matters. All right. So, relationship from now to July, there is some movement here. There is some transformation. I like it though, because the Five of Wands starts off like there's some friction going on, but it changes, it transforms into something more loving as you get, closer to July. The six here, the Six of Cups I'm sorry, Six of Swords is this movement of thought and belief and mindset. And that's why I feel like there's this movement because, this is the ship that's moving from choppy waters to calmer waters. It's coming out of the rapids and into a beautiful calm sea. So I like this. It does show that it's progressing and moving into a more loving, less volatile. Not that it's volatile, but it just feels conflicted. Um, but it's the changing of some thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around who someone is supposed to be, who I'm supposed to be, what a relationship is supposed to be, and those things are where the conflict is happening. And I like this open mindedness from both sides, where we're like, you know what, does this really matter? What really matters? One of my great memories. I forget their name, but they had a video that I saw, and this was like probably a decade ago, but it just left such an impression because they were talking about if you have more than five deal breakers, then you should stay by yourself until you can get it down to five. And I was like, wow, because they said, their partner chews with their mouth open on the other side of the table and like, I know I want to smack them, but that doesn't mean it ends the relationship. They go, I just deal with it and realize I focus on what are the five deal breakers and they're not being broken. And so I prioritize and I like that. So that's what's coming in, Marie. So hopefully that's helpful. And many blessings to you. All right. Yay! Hey, Renee. And PayPal is working. It actually came through. Yay! So thank you so much for your donation, Renee. Next up for the free readings will be Links Lee. So I shall return. But thanks, Renee. Hey, I'm so glad PayPal is working. Don't read it out loud. Why not? All right. I am doing well. I hope you are doing well. And let's take a look here and see what was being seen. Dun dun dun. Yeah, I appreciate that for letting me know because sometimes I do get focused in too, even though my email is like, "Hey, you got new mail." All right. Oh, okay, okay. Let's take a look here. I want to know more about this. All right. It's more innocent than I thought it was. That's good. So, I'm not surprised that this is how you are viewed because this is you, right? This is the Knight of Wands, movement, fire, passion about life and most things, right? So there let's see, there we go. So it is the Knight of Wands, which is faster moving, and we have the Ace of Wands too, which this is where I was like, this is passionate, new passion, new excitement that comes in here. So that's why I was like, what is all this about? But they also view you as very happy here, 10 of Cups, full and overflowing. So when I pulled the other cards, I kind of feel like this is just how you're coming across. You're glowing, you're in this wonderful place. You just are exuding joy and happiness. It's like you walk into, a room or whatever, and you're just like glowing, and they're like, "Oh my God, what is going on here?" And then we've got the star card, which is kind of what I'm saying. It's like a dark room, and here you walk in. You just have this hope that exudes from you, that flows from you. Very positive way of looking at things. And they also look at you here with the Three of Pentacles, which is someone who is very true to their authentic self and doesn't care a ton about what other people think. I mean, you balance it out here. This is what the Justice card is here, is balancing thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. And, on one hand, you do care, but on if it comes down to it, if you have to sacrifice yourself and your happiness, you're gonna throw out their thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. You go, when it comes down to it, I'm gonna live my life and have fun. I'll try to be nice about it. I'll try to see if there's a way that I can fit your expectations in with mine. But if it comes down to it, and then Spirit is saying, and it's a little too much trouble, you know, you'll, you know, theirs goes, not yours. You're like, I'll try to bring it in if it fits into my manifesto, but if it doesn't fit in there, go cry yourself to sleep is what you tell them, right? And I like it. But they see you as someone who's really in charge of your power, the Two of Wands. Well, and they kind of see you as that you go back and forth, like all of us do. We're in this ebb and flow of life. But I feel like they've witnessed, times when you've chosen fear and lower vibrational energies and and breathed fire on people, like like this. But I feel like they've also noticed over time that um, you choose more the brighter side of life than the venomous side of life. So I like this. It's very positive. Excuse me. At first, I thought I was getting, and it probably is still there because people love confidence. People are attracted to confidence. People are attracted to brightness. Moths are drawn to the flame, right? So, that is what comes in. Um, And so there is some attraction there, like anyone, not necessarily, the wah 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 attraction, but they're just like, what is it about you, and why are you glowing more, and how fair is this? Stop it. But they are happy for you. But they are also a little bit jealous of this new glow that you have. So I like it for you. I mean, that's what they have for you, Renee. So thank you again so much for your donation. And I'm liking that the picture. All right. So Lynx Lee, you are up next. And how will your destined partner professional life be? All right. Let's take a look here. With the 9 of Pentacles here and the uh, Devil card here, which this is someone who helps people turn and look at themselves and transform themselves. You got the 9 of Pentacles. This is the Hermit's journey. And this is the Pentacles are about worth. So this would be someone in a garden with spirit learning about their self worth, right? And then the Capricorn is someone, the Saturn energy is what rattles our cage to make us look at our thoughts, beliefs, and mindsets that make up our worth, among other things. So I feel like their professional life feels like it's someone that helps people improve in a significant way. They're showing me like these big um, people who have fill auditoriums and help people, like a motivational speaker. Thank you, that's what I was trying to think of. And there's like but they're more, it's more one-on-one than huge crowds. So I feel like it's something like a counselor, you know um a therapist, maybe like uh, a coach of some kind that helps people improve their lives and their skills and that type of thing. Could also be a teacher, like in professor, that type of thing, because they're helping them understand themselves, but also expand themselves. So that's the kind of the kind of profession that they would be in. Very successful. I feel like it's they love what they do. They didn't show me like King of Pentacles and all this, like they're filthy rich over it or anything. But what matters is that they enjoy it. This is like their life purpose, and it's fits their personality so well. So that's what's coming in, Links Lee. So many blessings to you. I like it. I like it. All right. So let's take a look here. So Divine Beauty, you are up next. And you would like guidance, for your relationship with Pisces. All right. Let's take a look here and see what has come through here. All right. So there is some thinking and some changing here. So we've got the 5 of Swords, which represents, we got both of these are swords. So this is thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, and can be communication as well. So the 5 of Swords represents like a conflict, obviously, conflicting thoughts and beliefs that kind of spill out of our mouths, or our fingers into texts. That is like this conflict that's coming in, right? And so, guidance on the relationship with the Pisces is the Knight of Swords is a quest for higher truths, capital T truths, to see things from a higher perspective, from a place of unconditional love from the spirit world, which allows us to transform and cut away our small t truths, which are rooted in fears of losing conditional love. We have a lot of beliefs that were given all our lives about the supposed tos and the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos, the musts. These are our small t truths, which are actually, we call them untruths. Lies, all lies, right? But they're not true. Like you have to be this to be lovable. No, when we connect to the unconditional capital T truths, we realize there are no conditions to be loved. I am unconditionally loved. What we come down here to experience all these emotions and experiences rooted to fear. And so we have all these things that cause conflict. We have all our rules, and varies from person to person, family to family, country to country, and all that, where we have these conflicts, and the conflicts come in because I'm saying, "No, I my small t truth is more true than your small t truth." They're like, "No, it's not. Mine is more true." Bam, bam, bam. And it goes back and forth. And eventually, when we've had enough, because we come down here to experience what it might feel like to be at odds, because we're in such unity back home on the other side with who we truly are. We want to experience chaos and battles and fights and on God and fencing and battle. But over there, yeah, on the other side, it's so peaceful. We're just like, we don't know peace until we experience this chaos, right? So it's on purpose, but when we get done bored enough going, you know what? I think I've had enough of conflict. I'd like a little bit of peace on earth. Then we connect to the higher truths and we're like, oh, then we stop needing to protect our small t truths because real truth never needs to be defended or protected. Bing, 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 right? That we only protect it because if what if I'm wrong? I need to defend it. And that's where the fear comes in. So I like this. The guidance is to try to see things from a higher perspective, possibly experiment with not feeling you need to defend your side, but really just in a place of unconditional love, listen to where they're coming from. Hear the fear in their belief, and you're going to see where the fear comes. And you're going to realize the more you connect to unconditional love and capital T truths and higher truths, you don't feel the need to believe your small t truths, but you also don't feel the need to defend or convert other people to your truths. You just allow them to live their experience. So that's what's coming through Divine Beauty. Hopefully that helps. I know that went a bit deep, but that is what they have. I know you can handle the depth. So many blessings to you. That is what is coming in for you. New love, you'll be the next free reading coming up, but I do have a donation, so I shall return. Hey, Patty, thank you so much for your donation. I hope you're doing well. And you want to know, is your landlord trustworthy, or is he taking you for granted and trying to extort more money out of you? Um, all landlords cannot be trusted. I'm just kidding. To all you landlords out there, what? No, I'm just kidding. It all depends on the person. I know. So let's take a look here, Patty, and see your landlord in this situation. Are they trustworthy, or are they taking you for granted and trying to get more money because they're in fear? Here, let's take a look here. All right. Yeah, there is some fear going on here with the 3 of Swords because this is, expectations equal disappointment. So I feel like they're in fear and they're trying to get more money because they feel insecure. This is the energy I was feeling where they feel like, oh my gosh, I need to, not that they're like necessarily extorting, but they are, fearing not having enough. So they might be over embellishing a little bit or trying to charge for every little thing because they fear they're not going to have enough. We do have the universe card here, which shows endings of old cycles and new beginnings. So there's something about to change here with where you're living, because you also have, in addition to this ending and new beginning, you have the Tower, which is about something being moved out of your life. Um, because the tower gets usually hit by lightning and it burns down. But I'm not saying that your apartment's going to burn down, but it's about there's this change that's coming in that takes you into a place that's much more happier. The 10 of Cups here, so I feel like there is this change coming up here, and it's going to move you to a place of overfilling, filling up and overflowing. So if you're thinking about moving and if you're able to relocate, open up, and really just see what's available out there. I feel like I want to pull a tea leaf here for you, or a few, because I feel like they're nudging you to go. It's like it's coming here on um, on purpose, for you for to have this movement. Yeah. So we do have here It's like the wishbone is telling me that there's a broken wish, that this is not the wish fulfillment being where you're at. And the rabbit is about, hopping to a new location here. I just feel like this is a broken broken situation, or they're about to be, you know, is the place where you're living like a lot of broken stuff. I almost feel like it's, get out while you can. Get out while you can, because I feel like more things are going to break down and break down and break down. I don't feel like it's serviced very well, like it's not maintained, and it comes in here. Yeah. 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 Okay. So boom, boom, boom. You've got Two of Pentacles. You have another option out there to live, and you have the Two of Swords, which is about another choice out there, which is more fulfilling. Here is the wish fulfillment. You can't make it up, right? Because we had the wishbone, the broken wishbone here, but here's a wish. There's another option that does bring you something more along the lines of wish fulfillment for your residents. So I like it. That is what is coming through. Boom, boom, boom. Oh my god. Oh no. Is that good? Is that a good OMG? But I like it. So definitely there is this boom. Let's go. Let's get out. Um yeah, definitely. So that is what is coming through, Patty. So hopefully that is helpful with the OMG with exclamations. I feel that it is. So that is good. I like to see that. And again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly, greatly appreciate your support. All right. Much love to you. All right. So back to new love for the free readings. You want to know what will happen between you and H, this love interest. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. What does Spirit want you to know here? Okay. You know, there is this we've got the Two of Swords coming out again here with movement of love. I kind of feel like you're going to move on to a different love that's more in alignment with excuse me, your life and your heart, because you have the Strength card here, which is your human turning into your higher self, and the High Priest just stepping away, communicating with your higher self, trusting your gut, trusting your intuition, trusting the movement. If you've been feeling like they might be someone who hides things a little bit, like they're not that they're like a liar, but they're an emitter of truths. And there's a difference, right? But they're all the same in my book. I know I'm the same way, where I'm like, if you know you're leaving me with a wrong impression because you're leaving something out, you're still lying to me. And you never want to lie to someone who uh, is empathic and connected to spirit, right? And you love because you're like, my lie detector alarm is going off, and you are a fibber. Liar, liar, pants on fire. So I feel like you're moving more towards a love interest that's more in alignment. There is some hidden stuff, and I feel like you know it. Even though they're attractive, and you're like, but so are they're showing me. If you're a Twilight fan, Edward, when he says to Bella, "I'm designed to attract you for my prey," so they're like, "Meh," Anna. They're not an Edward. Excuse me, they are a vampire that does like to use people. So is what I'm feeling and picking up there. It's just where they're at in their life. No judgment. It's just their insecurities and their fears where they're at. But I feel like there's someone else that's more in alignment for you, new love. So that is what is coming through. So many blessings to you. Oh, wow. All right, Patty. Boom. There we go. Find that new place. Yeah, I like it. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you for the confirmation. And I love those. I love to hear those. All right. So, Princess Pinky, you are up next, and you want to know Blessings for the month of June. Let's take a look here and see what does Spirit want you to know about month of June. Okay, and then with that one. Excuse me, a sip here. All right. You do have a nice emotional release coming in here in June because you got the Five of Cups here, which has the spilt cups, and that's kind of been a focus, which is good. We come down here to feel and experience these emotions, not suppress them. So I love that you've been really feeling the feels, but you're stepping up here into the Two of Cups. That's where the release comes from. The Queen of Cups is what tells me that you've been diving deep in here because she rolls over water with the king, but all the queens are given a second portion of water. So she masters emotion. So she dives deep into the water, which is where you're allowed to experience and transform these things. But where the blessing comes in is that you are moving up and turning around and seeing the Two of Cups. Two of Cups tells us that every moment is either an emotional choice of unconditional love or of those lower vibrational emotions that are related to the fears of losing conditional love or fears of rejection, fears of failure, those fears. And again, we come down here to experience those. And when we're done experiencing them for a while, when we realize we have another choice, we can choose and connect to unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace and gratitude and have a wonderful flood of great emotions. And it's like I love recently they showed me it's like a hot tub and a cool pool, right? And there's times when a cold pool feels good when it's like 100 degrees Fahrenheit out, and that pool feels so good diving into it when you're just like overheated, right? But after a while, the sun sets and the pool gets cold, right? We're like, "Brr." And so we get out and we go over to the hot tub and we get in the hot tub. And we're like, this feels so good. But even sitting in the hot tub for a while, you start to feel like a frog who's slowly boiling, and you want to go and jump in the cold pool and get that shock. And then you're cold again. And then you go over and you jump into the hot tub. So there's this beautiful ebb and flow. And I like June because you really realize the power of emotional choice. So I like that for you, Princess Pinky. So that is what is coming through for you. So many, many blessings to you. All right. All right. So let's take a look here. So, Dijona Sturgis, you are up next. So, what good stuff is going to happen this week? Let's take a look here. What else? All right. Well, I like this. So, we've got the Ten of Pentacles, which is this feeling of abundance overflowing in your outside world. So, abundance can mean money, but it can mean whatever this feeling of fullness in your outside world comes in here. And you do have the King of Cups, which the Sire of Cups, which is, they roll over emotion, but all the kings also have a portion of air, which is mind. And so this is a beautiful balancing of heart and mind and this feeling of abundance that overflows here. And I like it. They're very strongly connected here. And I just feel like our emotions are balanced. We see things from a higher perspective. We feel from a higher perspective. And it's just like this um, feeling of gratitude about something significant in your life this coming week. Whether it's you just really realize that you're happy someone's still alive, like a parent or grandparent, get to communicate with someone, and you're just like, I'm just so glad that I have this opportunity, and that's the kind of feel I have for you this coming week. So look for something that is just this feeling of fullness and express gratitude to the heavens and to the person too, if you want. I mean, you don't want to tell like your grandma, "Grandma, I'm glad you're still alive." That might not go across as we anticipate it to go, right? But it's that kind of thing is like, I'm so happy to have been able to spend time with you, grandma, or whoever, whatever it is. I like it. Big oomph of gratitude. So that's what's coming in, Dijona. So I like it. Many blessings to you. You are very welcome, and we'll continue moving down the list. Green spell, you are up. So do we see your future with a Leo, with Leo R? Let's see here and see what they have here. All right. You know, we've got the Magician card here, and we've got the Page of Swords. Page? Yeah, Page of Swords. This is, the number one is a new beginning, and Page of Swords is new thought, new belief, new communication, newness here. So I feel here more that the Leo would end up being one of these cups down here, which is like kind of the relationship or the interactions that you've had in the past, right? And you've had enough of those. They feel empty. I feel like there's a new love that's being offered here in the future that comes in stronger. I just feel like they're saying there's something new that's coming for you. That's not this particular Leo. Um, and it's possibly more, well, it could be air signy. I just kind of feel like it's someone who's more balanced, if that makes sense. Not someone who's I feel like you're drawn to passionate people, um, which is all right. But if that's all there is, it's like, they're showing me like a sparkler we have here in the United States on 4th of July. You light it and it's all tss, and it's like, wow, it's like so cool. And where you can spell letters and do things and woohoo, and then psst, and then it's like, oh well, it's done. And there it goes. And I feel like you're wanting something more of like a slow burning slow burning fire pit that lasts a long time, that you can continue to put wood on it, that you go from sparkler to forest fire, but you're looking for something in your life now that's in between that. And that's what they're showing me, a fire pit that you have endless logs that you put on one at a time, and it's not like this inferno of flame, but it's a beautiful, you can throw extra logs on it now and then and have it, but then it can also ember and it can be in between. It doesn't have to be over fast or consume things. So that's what's coming in green spell. Hopefully that resonates, but that's what they're showing me. And I feel like who's coming is more balanced. They have passion, but they also have a mind, they have emotion, and they have stability too. They're not like just a whoosh and that kind of thing. So that's what's coming through. So many blessings for you there. And happy pill. I love it. You'll be the next free reading coming up, but I do have a donation. So thank you so much, Julia, for your donation. And I believe, did I see you ask a question up above? Yes, I do see it up here. So, hello, love and light to you. And you want to know the messages from Spirit regarding your fears in connection with the Leo. All right. Yeah, let's take a look here and see what they want you to know about that. No, you can't change your question. Sorry. Of course you can. Of course you can. I allow flexibility, but I still want to know. Okay, because here's the Two of Cups, the Eight of Cups, the Queen of Wands, the Friend. Yeah. Well, it's pretty much it. No, you can change your question. Absolutely. I was totally kidding, Julia. So while you're posting that though, so here's the Two of Cups. Here's, the relationship. Um, and this is it's the fear is that they're gonna walk away and leave you behind. This is you feel like they're gonna walk away from emotions that no longer serve them, and they're gonna find something more that they wish, that I'm not their wish fulfillment. And the Queen of Wands, that they're gonna find passion and all this with someone else because the Three of Wands is changing directions and that they'll go off in a different whoa, in a different direction. So, that's our ultimate fear is the fear of rejection, with that. And um we're taught that other people's actions mean something about us, right? Um so, you know, the big ahas, the fear of being left behind, the fear of abandonment. Of course, there's some of that from our childhood that was there because, as children, we don't believe. I mean, we know instinctually if a 2-year-old wanders off from the pack, they're going to get eaten by a wild animal, right? So we have this I need to belong, I need to be chosen, I need to, not be rejected, I need to be, desired. Um, so there's a lot of all that bubbling down underneath the surface of the fear of not being enough for someone, the fear of rejection. But when we realize that other people's actions mean nothing about us, they're all opinion. That's why I love that meme. Other people's opinions of us are none of our business because they're looking through their own eyes anyway. But so it's all normal. It's normal relationship. Boo boo blah, blah, so nothing, extreme there. But please pop your other question down there because I wanted to pull cards for that for your free reading there. Is your question is you're feeling an overflow of energy and then you feel something big's going to happen, so you want to know what the heck is it? Oh, okay. So how to get rid of the fear? Sure. Let's take a look here and see what spirit mentions here. And then Nisha, thank you so much for your donation. You'll be up next. All right. Yeah. Yeah. So when you ask, are we mirroring each other in our fears? Ultimately, yes. Every one of us mirrors back when we look at someone, we are seeing ourselves. So if we recognize a fear in someone else, it's because it's inside of us, or was inside of us at one point. Because once you overcome a fear, you'll still recognize it. It just won't trigger us like it would before. But every human being has a fight or flight, and we all have a fear of ultimately at the core of every fear is the fear of being rejected, either by human or by creator, right? So it's at the very, very core of it all. How we overcome that, how we overcome our fears and transform them. It's funny because the Five of Wands is fear energy that transforms into love. And we have the five, the Hierophant, which is an invitation to dive deeper into us to find the capital T truth of who we really are and what we really want in life. So ultimately, it's returning and realizing that this character is just a character that we're playing here. That we're the actor behind the character is who we truly are, which is powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. So the more we remember who we really are, the less we fear, right? Because we're connecting more to, who we are, which is a powerful being of joy and laughter. And I even have a t-shirt that says, let me see here. It says laughing more, and then it says makes me fear less. And it's like fearless, right? And so it's connecting more to who we really are. Yeah. Your fears inside of you are only yours, you know. So because that's all we see. That's all we feel. Our feelings happen inside here. Their feelings happen inside them. Though, yeah, right. um when you're empathic, you will pick up other people's emotions, but when you're feeling emotions, those are your emotions. Like when you're feeling them in here, you'll when you're an empath that the feelings that come in your gut and the feelings that are coming through your heart, right? There's like a difference between, the difference. It's like, it's almost like you are getting hit upside the back of your head with other people's emotions. You're like, I sense people's emotions, but you're like, I feel mine. But it's great here because, we find emotional stability here with the Four of Cups, with the Sun card, which is diving deep into our unconscious and subconscious too. It's bringing up and having this relationship with our child self, because that's where the fight or flight is happening. It's actually this lower part of our left side of our brain where the animal fight or flight mechanism lives. That's our where our a lot of our fight or flight comes in. And it's we get into um, embracing our inner child, allowing them to feel safe and to differentiate between what is truly a healthy fight or flight, which is like, that's a lion and they're hungry and they're not in a cage. You better fight like crazy or run like crazy or your dinner. That's good. That's the positive fight or flight. But when we get into the emotional monsters, it's like, oh, I'm scared that I'm not going to be good enough. And it's like, blah blah blah. That's just something that we're taught, right? um a great book, actually a couple great books which I talk about here, I read last year, that help you get into your inner child, is The Presence Process by Michael Brown. And then also Tapping into Wealth by Margaret Lynch. Two amazing, amazing books that really just help us connect with our inner child, and that help free us from this you know beliefs that are triggering so many fears that we're taught. So I like that. And then also, what helps us here, I love these cards that came out, because here's all the emotional confusion, our fears, right? And it's the King of Wands. It's also about our energies. So it's like this combination of trifecta of things that we can do, and this actually represents our higher self too, which is kind of like a coming full circle. So three things that we can do to help overcome our fears is remember the powerful being and develop this relationship with our higher self, dive deep and become this perfect parent that our little inner child self wanted for so long that never got. No human child ever had a perfect parent who was unconditionally loving, unconditionally accepting, giving us unconditional time and attention. But we can become that parent. So we connect to our higher self. We become the parent for our inner child and help transform it. And then the last thing is that we can focus our energy. So our consciously, right? So we're looking at our subconscious, the heavens, and then in our conscious mind, where am I focusing my energy in each moment? We're taught a habit of focusing in on the fears that we feel will leave our life and the fears of things that will come in. That's what we're taught when we're younger, right? you know, Guard what you have or it's going to go away, or be afraid of what's going to come in, be hyper vigilant, right? And that's our habit, but we can change our habit to focusing on gratitude and those things of up above, right? Of unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter. And whatever way we change a habit, we can do this with, like I talk about a lot of, I would set an alarm on my cell phone, silent but vibrating. So I would get, it would get my attention, but not like drive everyone nuts around me with my alarm going off every half hour or hour saying, come back to gratitude or come back to joy, or, whatever it is that I was wanting to change my habit from a fear to something I was grateful for. So those are some things that are helpful there. And I'm glad you asked that question, because now I know I want to help. I got lost in Julie's. No, not lost. This is a spirit speaking. And it's perfect because I feel like this is more for than just you. And it is something that I want to help going forward. I'm going to be offering, like podcast or take 10 with Zen type of things to help with those areas of tools and different things that we can do to help us overcome it. Because that's our biggest thing is it's us coming back from fear back to love. It's from lower vibration to raising our vibration higher. So I like it, Julia. So thank you again for your donation and your question. I love this information. So yeah, yeah, good. Thank you. Um, so I feel like it was kismet for you to ask that specific question because I have it on my agenda today to start outlining how I want to approach it, and I feel like we just did. So thank you. All right. So many blessings for you, Julia, and again, thanks for your donation. All right, Nisha, you're so funny. Brudda, come back. And thank you for your donation. And you want to know, will it be a fruitful and stable relationship with Ruve? I'm just gonna say with DU. All right, and let's take a look here and see what they have here. So for Nisha, all right, let's see what we got here. So, is it a fruitful and steady relationship? Hmm. Let me get clarity here on this last one here. Because it feels like kind of open ended here. Yep, I am on you right now, Nisha. So let's take a look and see what spirit wants you to know here, because it's like, oh my gosh. All right. Well, it looks like it's one of these undetermined things. Let me show you what's happening and then you'll understand. So the first card that came in here, you have the hanged one, which this is like a cocoon, right? It's something that's slowly transforming and slowly unfolds here. And you got the Knight of Cups, which is the movement of love, the offering of love, and this is like it's a very slow progression here towards love with them. And I was like, okay, well, I see that. Well, let's continue on. And then they've got the Knight of Pentacles, which is another it's the slowest night out of them all because it's the outside world, which is seasons. It takes a long time to show itself. But we've got the Tower too, which shows that there's a lot of um, things being removed out of your life and in your life, and it's very fiery. I don't want to say um, the relationship seems like it's always going through change and sudden change and another sudden change and another sudden change and another sudden change, which we have the Five of Wands here, which feels conflicting and fiery. And it's like there's arguments and disagreements and um, things are at odds. And it feels like there's a lot of different interactions from different people around it too. So I'm not sure if this is like families and whatever, but it just feels like there's a lot of it's slow and it's very conflicting. It's like shh, 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 just over and over and over. And then, I said, well, let me get some clarification on here because where's this headed? It just feels like they're telling me this long story. And we've got the Nine of Swords, which is the nightmare and insomnia card, which means a lot of a lot of supposed tos and shoulds and fears that are involved in all of this. And we have the Justice card, which does tell me usually it's like truths come out and there's this balancing of these fears and these things, but it almost feels like legal. It almost feels like court wise. It almost feels like contractual. And ultimately, it's like Spirit is saying with this Queen of Pentacles, It's about mother nature, mother nurture, and to care for yourself. And even though there's all this other stuff going on, I almost feel like all that is like not about, not necessarily not about you, but it's like it's not you doing all that stuff. It's like you're standing over here wanting just to care for yourself, and you're wanting to feel full and nurture yourself, and all this coming in here, right? And so, there's this it just feels like it's this drawn out, and I don't know, if it's an arranged marriage or something. That's kind of the what I'm feeling back in the back of my brain, is that there's like all this stuff going on here, and you're just like, I just want love, I just want to be able to express myself, and I want to live, and I want all this stuff, and it just feels like the rest of it is just, all that stuff going on here. Yeah, because this is what you want. You want the lovers, you want this beautiful, beautiful match, and you want it magical and all that. You don't want the other stuff, right? And as I feel is coming in here, I just feel like the others is full of all this you know, conflict, conflict, conflict. Yeah. And here another temperance card, which is balance and waiting for something, that like the two of cups here. I almost feel like if you have an option, it's like I would wait for something that is more um more for your heart, more for that. I just feel like this would be a very conflicting and transactional type of relationship, not so much a deep love, which is what you're truly searching for here. Yeah. And then the three of wands, which tells me taking a different direction, as well. Yeah, well, that's understandable, with that Nine of Swords especially, but I feel like in this case, that, it doesn't feel stable, it doesn't feel fruitful with this one. I feel like there's something more, and it could be that Temperance card too, is like, whenever that Temperance, like, that was the last card you got, whenever that comes up, it is about pausing. Like, I feel like in the current energies, this is not a productive, like, stable, fruitful relationship, and that they're saying pause. And then during that pause is when you look into your self-love, right? You want to raise your love vibration, because in the current vibration, that's what you attract in, all that, right? Because that's our energy. When we're in those spheres and lower vibration, we draw in um, people and events and situations that match that energy. So it's like they're saying pause and then raise your love vibration by looking into releasing these thoughts that no longer serve you, these emotions that no longer serve you, transform them, and it raises your love vibration. Then you don't draw in that type of situation. You draw in something more in alignment with your higher self. So I like that for you. So definitely your question, fruitful, stable with them, no. Um, uh, and turn inward and upward, is like with the advice from spirit. So thank you again so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that, Nisha. So much love to you. And Nuza, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. And you want to know, what is A's next move regarding you? Will he be back? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know here? All right. So his next move here, there is some um conflict here. We've got the Five of Swords, so there's conflicting thoughts and beliefs and mindsets they have around lovers here. I mean, can't make that up that the lovers card came flying back out again, but they do have still conflicting thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around what they want, and they don't know what they want, and that's why they're conflicted. And They just have their mind is all over the place on what they're wanting in their life. As far as their next moves and will they be back, it all is dependent. The future here feels like there's possibilities, but it does take them here with the Knight of Swords, really, and the Page. Is that the Page? Yeah, the Page of Swords. So, I mean, it's so perfect, of course, that we have all the conflicting mental thoughts with the swords, and here they are, the Knight, about pursuing higher thought and seeing things from different perspectives. And, this is the Page of Swords offering the Ace of Swords that they need to see things from a different perspective. They need to work through their fears, their thoughts, and their beliefs and their mindsets that are limiting, and that they can't, it's the fears that are keeping them, from moving forward and from doing things and and triggering them. And it's all the past pains coming up, and this is the tornado of thought, and they're just lost in it, right? Because there is a possibility. We have the Four of Wands, which is joy and celebration and even a marriage card. So there's possibilities of it. But right now, they're just like in this tornado of thought and belief, and they're at a crossroads where they have to overcome these fears, all this long list of supposed tos that are overwhelming them, that are sucking the life out of their ability to be in a relationship and even ability to be open to loving someone. I feel like they allow their passions to be shown and all that, but getting into their heart, it's very guarded by all these fears, like all these swords, all these armed guards keep everyone away from their heart, and they have to overcome those fears in order for it to move forward. Let me see the let's like because they didn't give me that. I just want to see what are the possibilities. Is it more likely? you know, are they able to do it? Well, we've got the Nine of Swords, which is again more swords. This is the Nightmare and Insomnia card. They have so many fears, so many fears that it's like Spirit is saying with this Death and Rebirth card that it would literally take them to go through like a mental breakdown almost to release everything to have a rebirth. And I kind of feel like they're saying more with the Death card here, that it's more I feel like they're saying it's more of a good investment for you not to invest energy on a return, but on yourself and moving forward, is what I feel coming through their news. You can kind of see just how it's like, oh my God, it's going to take a lot for them to overcome that and time for overcome that. And I just feel like, you got better things to do. I feel like you have so much to offer that waiting around. It's almost like waiting for someone to get out of prison for 20 years. You're like, are you willing to wait for 20 years for them to let their heart out of prison to find love? Or you're like, I could be in a loving relationship for 20 years with someone else. And that's kind of what I feel with that news, though. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. Hopefully that resonated there. All righty. All right. So I think that's all the donations for now. So we'll scroll back up here and we're back to Happy Pill. I love it. So you want to know when and with whom is your next significant relationship. All right. Let's take a look here and see what they have here for you. All right. Wow. So when is very soon here. You have the Wheel of Fortune. The wheel is a spinning, and this is like very soon. So I mean, it is like sooner than later for sure. I feel like the wheels are already spinning and they're headed your way here. And you have the Universe card here, which is a world card. It's usually in its endings and new beginnings. It's the last card in the major arcana, which takes you, into the Fool's card, which is a whole new beginning, free of expectations. And so I feel like this is great because the person that you're gonna be with is gonna be unlike anyone you've ever been with, and I feel like it's because a lot of your inner work that you've been doing or how many happy pills you've been taking that have released so much, so many things from the past, a lot of expectations of supposed to be and should be, need to be, all these opinions that you were given. I feel like you've really expanded and left a lot of them behind, that you are ready and you're open for relationship. Not that you're like, as long as they're breathing, they're good enough. It's more you're open to see what like the universe, that they'll bring you the perfect person in the perfect way, in the perfect timing. It's like this freedom I feel you've gotten to, where before you might have had like your little list of who they had to be and what they had to look like, what kind of job they were in, blah 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 blah, all the stuff that we're given. I feel like you've like done a ritual and burnt the list and said, "It's up to you, universe. Everyone that I've chosen duds, because of trying to get him onto this list. I trust you. So bring me someone." And I feel like this is what is happening and what is coming. So I like it. That's what they want to show you. They want it to be mysterious for right now in who's coming in. So I like it. But that's what's coming through, Happy Pill. So many blessings to you. All right. And I do have a donation coming through here. All right. Thank you so much, Alice, for your donation. Appreciate that. Um, I don't know if a question came through on here. I have to go to PayPal. Oh, okay. So don't read it out on here because you're gonna probably delete it. I gotcha. So thank you for your donation. Um, and so let's take a look here. Thoughts and feelings. All right, let's take a look here and see the verses here. Okay. Wow. Well, on one side, which I feel this is you, because we did you versus, you know, um, here's the strength card. There's this inner strength. The Nine of Pentacles is you standing on your own, feeling this fullness. So very strong energy, like very independent. Maybe you might even come across that you don't need someone. You want someone, but you don't need anyone. I feel like you're very self-sufficient and very, this is like your community. This is you. You're human with your higher self, very strong inner strength. So strength really is implemented here, both inner and outer. It just comes across as you're confident, um, and so that's how they perceive you there. And I like it because we've got the Two of Cups. It's like there's two choices. There's this, and then who's this over here? Well, over here, there's the devil and the Five of Swords. So there's conflicting thought and belief and mindset here. And the Capricorn energy here, this is like they really challenge them on their beliefs of who they are, what they want, all of that. So there is this shaking and this rattling and this conflicting communication and stuff there. So there's these um this is more thoughts. The devil card and the swords are all thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, and the other is more the grounding and the earth and earthy type of energy here. So when you're looking at the difference between the two, one feels very I almost it feels like on one side, if you're looking at it from like if you step out and look at a situation and you're like, from their point of view, it's like, well, they don't need me. They want me, but they don't need me. And I feel like they might have this need to be needed. And the other person, even though it's very conflicting and it's challenging and it's just like very shaky and everything, it's like, will they need me because of the other person's um emotional state. They are kind of needy is the word that spirit is using for the sake of the presentation here. It's like very needy, and you're not. And um, you know, for a hero needs a victim to rescue in a drama, right? But if you're your own hero, then they're like, well, I'm not needed in this. I need to be needed over here, kind of thing, if that makes sense. So that's the energy that's coming through, Alice. Hopefully, that resonates and makes sense for you there, but that is what is coming through. So, thank you again for your donation and many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right. And then up next, we got Blue Eyes. Hello, hello. So, you want to know the purpose of meeting with H? Let's take a look here. All right. Well, I like this. It's the one of the reasons why is to show you your power, which is interesting. The Queen of Wands not only is very fiery, they're able to, they're seen, they are confident, they're able to super focus their energy and get things done. But I feel like one of the pieces that comes through here is that the Queen of Wands, in addition to be connected to the spiritual energy, um, they're all given water, which also has this connection to the spirit world. And I feel like, in a way, it helps you confirm and shows you like your gut feeling, your gut instincts, things that you're picking up that you're seeing that they're true. And you know it on the inside, but now you're seeing it on the outside. And I feel like there's a confirmation of your spiritual gifts, which I know seems weird, but that's what's coming through there. And you have the Six of Cups too. And the Six of Cups, for me, also represents it can be someone like you've known them for a long time in this world, but I feel with the combination of these two that you might have felt like you've known them in a past life. You just feel this bond. You feel like you know them from somewhere, but you've never met them before, kind of thing, where you have this bond because your subconscious and your magic, your connection to the spirit world is ding, ding, ding. It's like you have a message from a past life coming in, and it's like this connection that you have that goes deeper than this realm. And I feel like this is what they're coming to. And it's not I the way I believe in karma is different than what is kind of presented, because spirit has shown me we're more like scientists. Like, we want to see different sides of a different experience. It's not punishment, or we have to make up for, oh, you have, karmic debt. Now you have to get a karmic job in this lifetime to pay off your karmic debt. It's like, no. Spirit has shown me this is like more of like, in one lifetime, I'm a cop and you're a robber, just to put it simple. And then this lifetime, I want to be the robber and you be the cop because I want to see what it is running from the law instead of chasing after, but they're very simplifying it very much there. But that's kind of what I feel is coming in here, is that it's confirming your spiritual gifts and you're picking up on deeper connections, and that it is you guys have come into this lifetime to show each other the opposites, different experiences that you had reverse roles in a previous life, if that resonates for you. But that's what coming through, Blue Eyes. So many blessings to you. I like it. All right. All right. Very good. Let's see here. Ah, very cool. I love it. I love it, Alice. All right. So next we are to Kavita Soroha. And you like June month energy, please. Absolutely. And then, of course, we just put out the playlist for the June readings by each individual zodiac sign. So be sure to check that out for some additional messages for you. Let's see what they want you. That's a lot of cards. I don't think those are, I think we're switching over here. Excuse me, to the Naked Heart Tarot. All right. Give the other cards a break. And let's see what we got here. Yeah, so you do have here the month of June, transformational for sure, because you've got the Eight of Cups, which is you walking away from emotions and possibly at least one friendship relationship that no longer serves you. Because there's this conflict, this fire that's at the beginning of June, but with some making some emotional decisions of leaving behind some emotions. But I feel like you actually do just kind of back off from someone and allow the relationship to drift away. I don't feel like you have to end it. You just walk away and they don't chase after and you're like okay with it because you're like I'm the one that it always did everything and initiated everything and I'm in a much better place here with this transitional energy that moves from something feeling conflicting to something loving and more kind to you. So I like this for you, Kavita. It's very positive. And I really feel check out your June monthly. And I do have in the beginning like all the planets and what area of their life that they rule over. And if you know your birth chart, which I'm sure you do, the look for the planet in the area of your life that you feel this conflict in, and you'll get additional details there too. So I like it. All right. So that's what they have for you right now, Kavita. So many blessings to you. And magician, hello, hello. Is it possible for you to get into a relationship with A? All right. I like that possibility question because, of course, the future is always like, is there um, the ability and possibility? Let's take a look here. Well, it doesn't look like here. Um, what spirit is guiding with these cards here? Here's the high priestess, which is the companion to the magician, inward and upward, right? And here we have seeing things from a higher perspective. The hanged man kind of for me is like a waiting in a cocoon, that it's more of a time now for you to go inward and upward and really communicate and see things from a different perspective, go behind the veil, dive deep into your emotions. I feel like you like A is a caterpillar and you're turning into a butterfly, and I feel like that's why they're wanting you to see things from a higher perspective, because I feel like they're saying, how you're developing and where you're going and how you're changing, that the caterpillar can't go where you go. You'd always be waiting for them to catch up because a caterpillar, you know, goes like this and a butterfly flutters and you can't see a butterfly, carrying a caterpillar. We haven't seen it yet in the wild because the butterflies are like, no way, I'm not going to carry a caterpillar around. It's going to kill me. I'm going to go flutter and go, and I'm going to hang with more butterflies. And I feel like that's what's coming in here, magician, is that they're more of a caterpillar, and you're ready for a butterfly that can flutter and go the distance with you, and that you don't have to be held back with, if that makes sense. So that is what is coming through for you. So many, many blessings. And Angel Bliss, you are up next. And I just want to thank everybody too for all the thumbs up that you've given the video. It does help spread the Zen love. And I can't thank you enough. Just it seems like a small thing, but it helps spread the love. And so thank you for being part of the love tsunami. All right, Angel Bliss, let's take a look here. You just wanted to know why you're having these weird repetitive dreams from the last few nights. I get you. Let's see, what are they trying to tell you here? Yeah. So we've got the Heart of Pentacles. There is this Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, taking care of yourself type of energy here. And you've got the Innocence of Wands, which is the Page of Wands, which is new passion, new drive, new desire. And these dreams that are coming in are guiding you to kind of step back and find out from your heart what it is that you truly are wanting to do and what you're wanting to head toward. I feel like there's some pressure coming in of you, you know, doing and sacrificing yourself and your dreams in a way for other people. And this is like this new thing. It's like they're trying to bring in here to show you like this of like, here you are. They're trying to show you your dream, like your life purpose type of dream. and this is like radiating from here in your dreams. They're trying to show you, trying to guide you that it's okay to not, continue to live the dream that someone else has given you, but it's okay to live your dream. It's like releasing these things, and they're trying to bring it in. And I feel like the repetition is that they're trying to show you something, and you've wanted to see it over and over again so that you can really grasp and capture the dream, this release, this letting go, this moving forward. I don't know why they're showing me um like the Wizard of Oz, tornado, a house cut up in a tornado, and this change and this movement, and but moving from black and white to technicolor. And this is what I feel, they're just trying to show you that there's a whole new life available to you, but it's about leaving things behind. It's about opportunities that are available to you. So hopefully that resonates. But if you look into what the dream means, even if Google it or your favorite search engine, if you whatever stood out to you, if you search for it, there's a lot of dream interpretation out there. Or if you email me, my email is in the description box down below. I do some dream interpretation too, and I can tell you what spirit is trying to bring through in the dream, possibly as well. So that's what's coming through, Angel Bliss. So many blessings to you, and dream away, dream away. Was that dream away, dream away? All righty. So many blessings to you. Kritika, I don't think so yet. That doesn't sound familiar. Did I? Wow, where's your question? Oh no, nope, not yet. You're about probably 10 or 15 away still. All right. So healing vibes. You want to know, please tell me with whom are you going to settle? All right. Let's see what spirit's willing to tell you here. All right. So you've got the Four of Cups and you've got this Heart of Wands here, the Queen of Wands. So it is someone who is very um, passionate, very moving, very go, 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 a lot of energy, gets things done, very confident, probably a fire sign because they have this energy of they walk into a room and people just recognize them. People want to follow them. So they're a natural leader, so Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, where just people are drawn to them and they don't know why. They could not even do anything, but they have this energy that's drawing there. They do have this connection to spirit too, which I like. So they have a great gut instinct and connection. And I like the Four of Cups, emotionally stable. Yay! No more crazies. I know that's not politically correct, but you know what I mean. It's like people who are just overly emotional and have these triggers. You're just like, I'm done with that, right? It's like, yeah. So you have someone who's really has a stable emotions, are not way, way up and way, way down. They do have like joy, and like anyone else, they can have a down moment, but they're not like or down, 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 down. It's very positive, and I like this for you. So probably a fire sign with this energy that I feel coming in here, but very balanced like birth chart too. So I like that for you, healing vibes, and that is what is coming through for you. So many blessings to you. All right, and we are to Bella Bala. Will that Aquarius confess or express their feelings? Let's see here. All right. What is going on with the aqua? Yeah, I feel like they do here. You've got the Three of Cups, which is joy and celebration, and the Ten of Pentacles, which is this overflowing, this abundance. This usually it shows two people with children and a dog and a palace and money and overflowingness. So I feel like with a combination of here that this is very joyous, very open here. So I feel like they will express it to you because this is like this joyful news and the celebration. And Ten of Pentacles is all about outside world abundance, fullness of your outside world. So I feel like they will confess, and this is how you have these very full emotions that are coming in here. So either that or they don't and someone else does, but you definitely have this full life and joy. So I almost feel like spirit saying, it turns out great in either story, so it's great. So not to worry, because I don't feel specifically Aquarius, but I just do feel this joy and this overflowing flowingness, and so I feel like they're saying, regardless of what happens, you are going to be so ecstatic and feeling full and whole. So I'm like, they're just kind of putting you at ease with it all. So that's what's coming through, Bella Bottle. I just want to pull one card. Is it Aquarius? Give me a sign. Give me a sign. Is it Aquarius? Or is it, just, is it Aquarius? We have the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is like an energetic barrier. And so they're basically saying, none of your business right now to me. So I have been rejected. They're just like, it's a need to know, and you guys don't need to know right now. So that's what's coming through, Bella. All right. Many blessings to you. I like the outcome though. All right. So, Rishi Lahori, hey, hey. I am doing well. I hope you're doing well. And you'd like to know, why won't your parents be happy with you no matter what good you do? All right. Let's take a look here. Yeah. So we've got, thoughts, beliefs, and mindsets here. And so they will not be happy with you until you're happy with you. You got the Seven of Swords, which is your own thoughts, beliefs, and mindsets that steal from you, that steal opportunities, steal love, steal all that. So this is those thoughts and beliefs that you're releasing, which you have the movement of swords. So you are pursuing higher truths, capital T truths, rooted in unconditional love that you're cutting away. So you can ask yourself, when are you going to be happy with you no matter what you do? And when are you going to be happy with your parents no matter what they do? Because they're our mirror, right? So if you have judgments, excuse me, and all these expectations on them, well, they're just reflecting back to what you have inside you, right? So, so sorry, I got a tickle in my throat. So it is like, you know, when are they going to stop, judging me so harshly? Well, when you stop judging them so harshly, right? Because it's a mirror for us. I'm so sorry. Hold on a second. All right, thank you. So that's what's coming through. I know it's a very strong message, but it's so true, because we don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. And as we change on the inside of what we're projecting, then we start seeing the world differently too. So when you are so harsh on yourself, and no matter what you do, you are beating yourself up, well, that's just going to be reflected back in the mirror from your parents. And if you are have this big long list of things that they need to be in order for you to love them and to um, be happy with them, then that's reflected back to you too, right? So as you release yourself from all this long list of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts, and release them unconditional, right? Unconditionally loving and accepting yourself means there's nothing that has to be done for you to choose to be happy with yourself, and nothing anyone else, because when you release yourself from it, you will release everyone else from it too. But if you have yourself under a long list of rules, by golly, you will put on your little sheriff's badge and make sure everyone else is also doing it as well, right? So there's freedom that comes with that movement of thoughts and beliefs as you connect to unconditional love, unconditional beliefs, releasing everything, releasing these fears. Then you are set free, everyone else is set free, and then there is victory. So that's what's coming through, Rishi. So many blessings to you. That's what they have right now. All right. So, Mia, you are up next. Hello, hello. I am great. I hope you are great. And you absolutely can ask, do you see you moving to Porto for a new job soon or somewhere else? Let's take a look here. Maybe Spain? Let's take a look here and see what they have here. What do they have? All right. Um, I don't know if it's soon. We've got the Hanged Man and we've got the Knight of Pentacles. These are two slow moving cards here. Um, but you do have the Empress card, which does tell you new birth, new things, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. So, while you're waiting, it's like focusing on your self love and raising things up here. Because you also got the Nine of Wands that came flying out, which is just stepping into your power and realizing what of your own, there's if there's any kind of energetic blocks that are keeping you back. And that usually means if you go down into your talk to your little inner child and find out from them, why is there a force field and keeping me from moving forward? You know, it's usually because of when we talk a lot about our little child self when we're 7 years old or younger, that we have this out of balance, um, giving and receiving energy where maybe it was a grandparent or usually parents, because they're so busy that when we as that those little children had to do so much to get so little, there's this out of balance. Like you have to do so much before you can get something that you desire. And that's done under the subconscious, even though your conscious mind is like, I want this and I want this and promotion and love and this job and I want all this stuff. But your little inner child's going, nope, nope, nope. You have to have 1,000 love coins given before you get 1 love coin back, right? So they're hatch marking it or keeping it on that little, the little beads going, nope, it's going to take you you're only at 600, you have 400 more to go. But when you bring that up into your conscious mind and think about who was it that I felt I had to overgive to when I was a child to get very little back, then you're like, oh, I know who it is. And then you're able to edit that consciously and say, no, I don't have to overgive anymore. I'm going to correct those. I'm going to back over those zeros and make it 1 to 1 instead of 1 to 1,000. And then you see abundance and then you see things start to move. So there's this pause, which doesn't mean that it can't come soon. But right now in the current energies, it's like, wait, look in here, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. There's this possibilities, but got to remove that force field first. So that's what's coming through, Mia. So hopefully that makes sense and many blessings to you. And we will continue moving down the list here. Uh, oh yeah, no worries, anyone. I don't get easily offended. It takes a lot for me to even go, were they trying to be offensive to me? I understand. There's language barriers, there's everything else. Uh, so you guys are good. Thank you for watching out for me, though. I appreciate all your guys' love and your support and all your kind words. You guys are awesome. All right. And we left off here with Megs. Megs W. What is coming next in life? All right. Let's take a look here and see what do they want you to know here. Let me just refresh these real quick. What is coming next in life that spirit wants you to know? Wow, boom, boom, boom. New passion. Look at this, Megs. You've got the Ace of Wands. I mean, not the ace, but the Page of Wands, which is new passion, new drive, new ambition, joy, celebration. I love this card. I mean, it can even be marriage for all you know, but it's a joyful celebration and gathering that's coming up here as well. So if you're able to get invited, and I love that this almost matches your little icon that you have on there. It's a beautiful, I know yours is a beautiful orange flower, but I was just seeing here because it's like literally right next to me on my screen right here. But I'm like, wow. So there is this beauty, this passion, this drive, this excitement, this joy that is coming in. So something is definitely going to tickle your funny bone and your life bone and your excitement bone for your life. And I just feel like you're ready to leap forward and but there's is this joy, this celebration that's around whatever's coming here. So I like it for you, Ming. So get ready. It's just very positive, very bright, very fiery, very upbeat. Obviously, I almost feel like I went into full hyper mode for a moment there. So that's what's coming through. And I like it for you, Meg. So many blessings to you. You're welcome, Mia. All right. So always victory. You are up next. And so you want to know, can you finish the book and take the classes? It might be stressful, but you feel you need the money. All right. So an oracle here. Let's take a look here. And yeah, I do feel like we're being drawn to the angels and ancestors oracle. So let's take a look here and see. All right. Well, even if you wanted to pull a tarot, you probably would have got the sun card. Because here is the sun, brightness, overflowingness, victory, right? It says, enjoy success and happiness. I like it. And then let's take a look here. I think is the sun in the back. Nope. It must be in here. There it is. I like it. Know that doors are opening for you. So follow up new projects, ventures, and ideas. Connect with the inner fire that is driving you forward. The sun has long been associated with the energy of success. It's the most powerful planet in the solar system. Solar, of course, referring to sun. So, of course, when the sun card appears in a reading, it will bring power, success, and light. It brightens up all connections, banishes darkness, brings a sense of youthfulness, and invites you to connect to the energy of joy so that you can be light in spirit and heart. So they're saying you can do it, but do it with joy. Don't do it with trepidation. It says you're being surrounded by the brightness of the sun at this time. Opportunities to feel and be successful are swirling and dancing around you. Relationships and friendships progress with joy, and you will feel happy and uplifted. If you're not somewhere bright and sunny right now, there will be other ways in which you can enjoy warmth and joy. Solar energy brings health and vitality and can energize and warm, and it also encourages everything to grow. The energy of expansion is with you at this time, and you are being offered the perfect opportunity to move forward. If you want to bring something to life or are ready to take a new step in a relationship, the sun will bring the right energy to you. So you will have the energy. If you are asking a question, the answer is most definitely yes. So I like it. Finally, you get a message that says, absolutely. If you're asking a question, the answer is absolutely yes, yes, yes. So I love that for you. So that is what we have coming in for you, always victory. And enjoy your beautiful journey. All right. So many blessings to you. And up next, we have double, triple, quadruple X. And you want to know what is coming towards you in the future. All right. Already card coming flipping out here. And what else here? Okay. All right. So I like this. There's this peace of mind that is coming towards you in the future here as you let go of, these expectations, these fears that you might have here. You're able to sleep easy and rest easy. This is the peace of mind card, which allows this movement of emotion to happen in your life too. So there's whatever's been on your mind, really trying to demand your time. I feel like you're having a resolution that's allowing your mind to get quiet, which allows your heart to be heard. It's like your heart's been speaking all along, but the mind has been in your ear going, "Bah, bah, rah, rah, rah," right? And now this is quieting down. and you can hear your heart going, "Oh, you can hear my whispers now." And it's like your whispers of your heart are asking you to move forward in a direction with someone or something. But I feel like there's this calming of your mind, which allows your heart to be heard. So that's what's coming through. Hopefully that resonates for you there. So many blessings, and we'll continue moving down here. All right, very good. So we'll continue here. So Starfall, you are up next. Hello, hello. And do we see you staying friends with Ida? She just said she don't want to be in contact. Out of the blue. Huh. Let's take a look here. See what's going on here. What is going on with Ida? Okay. Eventually, I feel like you will, but she's going through this like this is like a cocoon, and the sun card here is diving deep into her subconscious. I feel like she's doing some inner work, and she's needing the alone time. She's needing to be away from things. And so she's really withdrawing into a cocoon to really look and shine bright light on a whole bunch of things. And so what the reason of the sudden contact ending is because she's learning to stand up for what she feels is right, and there might be some things, some pain in her heart that rippled from the past that she put on you, where it's like she feels it's in her best interest right now to step away and protect her heart. After she goes through the cocoon, after she goes through the subconscious and unconscious, she's gonna realize that what she was putting on you wasn't you, that it was something, she was projecting onto you, if that makes sense. And so she's going to then reach out, at that point. I feel like it's gonna be months away, like months, like towards 9 months. I feel like she's gonna be going through some things. So eventually, I feel like they'll reach back out, but I feel like by then you won't care. You're gonna be going on with your life, and they're going on with their life, and whatever, I feel like you guys have learned what you needed from each other. Um, you've mirrored back to her what she needed to see without even realizing it. Um um, More or less. I feel like you've shown her things, but I feel like you don't realize some of the things that she's putting on you. But that's okay. It's like allow her to have her cocoon. That caterpillar needs to go in there so she can come out a butterfly and just realize it's nothing to do with you. You were just a mirror. That's what mirrors do. We all do. We reflect. You can't help it. If a monkey looks in the mirror and sees a monkey, and they're like, "How dare you show me a monkey?" I'm like, "Well, I just reflect. I can't, transform you into something else that you're not, or make you see something that you don't want to see." So hopefully that makes sense, Starfall. But that's what's coming through for you. So many blessings to you. Alrighty. All right. So Shane, you are next here. So a love reading for this coming up week. All right. Nope, none of those. What about what else? What else? Okay. All righty. Well, it looks like here, Shane, you're having some alteration of your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets regarding love, because you've got swords here. You've got the Justice card, which has the Ace of Swords here, and here's the Ace of Swords again. Movement of Swords is the Knight of Swords in the regular tarot, which is about seeking higher ways of thinking, connecting to the capital T truths of the spirit realm, which are rooted in unconditional love, allows you to see things from that higher perspective, which also lets you cut away these fears, these old opinions of the supposed to, shoulds, need tos, have tos, musts around a relationship, because they're out of balance. And it's how we all start off. We all start off out of balance, imbalanced. We're imbalanced, you know, because we enter as, these spirit beings into the human world, and then we're given all these fearful rules about this is what you have to do to be lovable and acceptable and not rejectable and to not fail, blah blah blah. And so we're like, oh my gosh, and that's all that's, stacked on top of this thing that makes us out of balance. And so we're focused on all these. We're like, oh my God, am I ever going to be able to find love and be loved and not fear being rejected and all that lovely stuff? And like, yeah, eventually, as we connect to the capital T truths, not only does that start stacking unconditional love beliefs, but it's a double edged sword. It also at the same time allows us to cut away these fears as we question them of why do I think that like what they do means anything about me? We start to have these ahas around our beliefs around love, and we're just like, why is that even true? And who said that? You know, we just start to have this balance. And I feel like that's what's going on right now is that we have this clearing of fears around love as you connect higher to these capital T truths of higher love. So that's what's going on for you this week. That's all. So that's what's coming through. You're a train wreck, but a happy one. Yeah. You are funny, Shane. Yeah, buffalo wings. Buffalo wings make them all better. Yeah, they do. Now I'm hungry. I'm gonna have to go pick me some up. You're funny. But, so you are, you're realizing that, life really is not an out of control drama train that's about to leap off the tracks and explode. When you realize that everything in life does unfold for us and it's not happening to us, then you realize that you're not a train wreck, that you're a wonderful monorail train at Disney World that's attached to the tracks. You run smoothly, it has all its perfect stops, and it's beautiful. It's like you're in an amusement park. So you're transforming your thoughts and your beliefs around where you're located. You're not a train wreck. You're realizing and becoming aware that you are a super powerful bullet train that's monorail train that's attached to the tracks and you're able to zip around. So I like it. But enjoy your wings. You're so funny. All right. So Alex, you will be my next free reading coming up, but I do have a donation. So thank you so much, Courtney, for your donation. You want to know, how does M feel about you right now? All right. Too funny, Shane. All right. So, Courtney, let's take a look here. M's feelings about you right now, like right now, in this moment. Okay. All right. Well, they definitely have a lot of passion here. So they do have these attractive desires for you. So they're definitely, physically, energetically drawn to you, like wow. Um, but their feelings here, because we've got the nine of cups here, which is, like a dream come true, wish fulfillment. The three of pentacles here, I feel like these are at odds with them because I feel like they have these, like they want to be true to their authentic self and they don't like being having a lot of expectations on them. And they realize like they think they have an idea of what your dream come true about a relationship is, but they're wanting to be here because this is what's underneath over here. The 10 of swords, they're not dead. This rat isn't dead, but they are um you know, all these swords are the small t truths, the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos, expectations around relationship that they have in their head. And you might not even tell this because I feel like this is what they think you have in your head. And this is what they think you also have in your head of like, this is what you want. And this is what I'd have to do. And they're like, they're just exhausted thinking about what they think they are supposed to do and should do and need to do and have to do. And it may not even have anything to do with what you are um, communicating at all, because this is what's going on inside of them. That's what happens, as we're growing up, We all are given all these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets about what wish fulfillment looks like. And they just want to be true to themselves and they don't want to have to try to fit into all these things. And it looks like magic, right? But I was holding it with my finger in case you guys are going like, how is he doing that? It's magic. But again, we come back to the innocence of wands, which is passion, passion, passion. They have renewed passion. And it's like they have like this attraction to you and then they get overwhelmed with all these, I'm not going to be able to live up to all these dreams that you have and everything, but I have passion, you know. So it feels like it circles with them, and maybe you feel like they come and, closer and back off and closer and back off, and that's because they have the passion that draws them to you, and then they freak out with these fears of letting you down and not living up to it, but then they have the passion, and it just feels like it loops, right? But that's what's coming in, Courtney. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? And there's not a whole lot that we can do to change people's mindsets. They are the only ones that can change their minds and release themselves from all these, endless expectations that were given to them growing up. And you're like, I didn't give them to you. It's too bad they're in there. They're downloaded in their head. You can't take them out. But all you can do is just be yourself too. Unconditional love. Realize it's a mirror. Look at your own thoughts and your own beliefs and your own mindsets, and free those things. But that's what's going on. So they have this passion, this drive, um, and and they do have emotion there too. But I feel like they can't live up to this idea in their head of what they think you want, and that's where they're currently at. So hopefully that helps. And you're like, it makes total sense, right? All right. So that's what they have for you, Courtney. Many blessings to you. Hey, Lisa JT, thank you for your donation. And hi. So if you give Stephen an indication of your feelings during your July meeting, what would be the outcome? All right, let's take a look here. You are welcome, Courtney. All right. Anything else? Anything else? All right, looks like they wanted a tea leaf here too. Okay. Okay. All right. Wow. Okay. I love that. Wow. Okay. So, I feel like it does end up being positive here because we've got the Spirit of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, which is about abundance that comes in. And I laughed because when I pick the tea leaves, let me put these other ones down so I could do this. You got coins, which says money will be coming to you, and then you got wealth, and then you got a box, which is gift, which is that you receive a gift. So it's like ching 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 ching. All three of those are all about abundance. And then you get the King of Pentacles too, which is like the king of abundance. So it feels very positive. I'm like, can I just stop there? Um, and the Six of Wands is also a victory card and being seen. The Hierophant here is about an invitation to look inward and to find, what is my true self? What do I truly want in life? Da 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 da. So I feel like it does really, make you both look at, okay, is this really what we want? Because I feel like there's this you know, you have the Five of Wands, which kind of the Wands entry starts off feeling like fear energy that turns into something loving. And I kind of feel like um, that, and with the two fives here, of course, too, that it's like fearing, um, will this ruin, like the normal thing? Will this ruin our friendship if we, um, take it to somewhere else? But, I like it. I like all of it for you here because I feel like it's just really like Is this what we want? Yeah, this is what I want. Because um, it's like almost like these feelings of it can't stay where it's at now. It needs to grow or it needs to go. Ooh, wow. So I like it. I like it for you. Very positive outcome though with all of those, Lisa. So I would not have any fear or trepidation about moving forward. It's time to share because it's time to go or grow, and you have a positive outcome either way with it, right? Because I feel like there was a reading that was just earlier too. They're like, "How is it going to be with this Aquarius?" I think it was, and it was like, boom, all this wonderful like overabundance in life, and they're like saying, "Regardless, you're going to be fine. In fact, you're going to be like more than fine." So, which always tells me it's like, if it's not that person, then confessing or sharing um, will release you to find the person that's like, bam, oh my gosh, so much more than I ever thought. Or it's the person, right? So it's like, in either way, either case, you're going to be totally fine, like more than totally fine. So I like it for you. Nothing to fear. Like go forward, and whatever happens, it'll either grow or it'll go, and then you'll go to something so big and so beautiful. So I like it. No fears, no fears. And here we go. All right. All righty. So we left off with Alex here. And so, Alex, I'm hitting my 2 hour mark. So I'm going to stay on longer here to pull, but I'm going to go into lightning round mode, which after Alex, since you're the last one. Then after you, I will start doing like one card readings and go a little faster to get through some more free readings. If you do want me to dive deeper, I still will honor and take donations and prioritize those, dive deeper. So if you want me to dive deeper, donation of any kind will do it. Otherwise, I'm already starting to talk faster, right? I'm going to speed up and so I can get through some more readings here before my energy goes. Okay. So, Alex, you want to know, will you reconcile with R again? So, let's take a look here. You know, I feel like with these cards here, it's time to, I think you've invested enough energy. The 10 of Wands is like, you've invested so much, it's time to let it go and to begin something new. The 7 of Wands here is about victory, being standing on a hill. And I feel like, you know, this is like, usually it's not so hissy cat here. It's usually someone standing on a hill and people kind of attacking them. And it's the energy that I get around the 7 of Wands is about the sun does not dim themselves for anyone. It does not ask permission to shine. It shines. It is themselves and it moves forward. And I feel like you've given a lot of energy, a lot of energy, a lot of energy, and that you even sometimes shrink so that they don't feel so bad about themselves, if is what I feel coming through with these cards. And it's like you need you deserve, well, not there's no need, that you deserve to be with someone who celebrates, who's a sun worshiper. They like worship you in a way, saying, shine bright, and they support your brightness. And if they have trouble being in the sun, they put on sunscreen. They don't care. They're like, I'm willing to do whatever it takes so that you can shine. I don't want you to dim. And I feel like that's what you deserve, and that you weren't really getting that with R, and I feel like it's okay. You've invested enough energy, way more than enough energy, and it's time to move forward, is what I feel is coming through, Alex. So many blessings to you. That is what is coming through. All right. And so next up, so Rita Dutta. So now I'm starting the lightning round. We're doing one card readings here. And you want to know, after your master's in chemistry and PhD, where do you see you working as a professor or in a company? You have the Spirit of Pentacles, which is about abundance and overflowingness, and that. I didn't get swords, so I feel like it's more company related because I feel like you'll get more money there with the Spirit of here. So as far as abundance, you would get more working for a company than you would as a professor. Not that you can't become a professor later, but I feel like in the beginning, it's all about paying off the bills. So, company is the first step, I feel, with this, is where I see you working. So that's what's coming through, Richa. So many blessings to you. All right, Cheery, you are up next here. Oops, hold on a sec here. Oh, okay. It looked weird. There was a green line at the bottom of the chat, but it was just someone's donation box. I was like, what is going on here? All right. So, Cheery, you wanted guidance here. Oh, wow. So you got the sun card coming in. I love this beetle card. Just such beautiful artistry. But this is about victory, sunshining, allowing the bright light to shine into your life. The sun card, Leo energy, but it's about inner child, diving into your subconscious and having some wonderful interaction with your inner child, allowing your inner child out to play, embracing your inner child, doing inner child work just to give it the love and the acceptance and the time that it wanted so much when it was younger. So I feel like the guidance is to turn inward into to your inner childness, because there's a lot of things that you can do with them, right? I think I told you, on the channel at least, you even go back to remembering when you were in like a crib at the hospital. And I went into the where I was in the hospital, and I picked myself up as a little baby because I had felt abandoned and some energy there. And so I picked myself up, my little, I know I can't imagine that I was ever like a small baby because I'm like 6'4". So I just held myself and I just gave myself love and felt the love from myself. And it was beautiful. And so I feel like this is what Spirit is having you do, is do some inner child work and allow them out to play, give them a lot of love. And this is what I feel for you right now. So many blessings for you, Cherry. That is what they're bringing through. All right, Christy Okana, a general for the month of June. Absolutely. And of course, we just put out the June readings too. So if you want to check that out. So you do have the Eight of Cups, which is about leaving behind emotions that no longer serve. And it can be leaving behind maybe a few um, friendships, relationships, family, whatever that just no longer serve you. And I kind of feel like, the bear's behind. There's three here. So I feel like there's for sure one and maybe two that are on the chopping block for later. But I just feel like you have always given a lot in your friendships and relationships, and you're always the one that's initiating doing things, and that it's okay to just walk away and let things fall away. You don't have to like give them a termination notice, but you're just like, I'm just not going to invest as much. And those that don't invest, they just keep drifting away. And then those that you want to invest in. So I feel like June is a cleansing, a clearinghouse of more friends and relationships as well. So I like it for you because you get so much of your energy back and more productive results from what energy you're putting out. It doesn't feel like they're going into a black hole anymore. So I like that for you, Christy. So many blessings for you. All right. Hey, Aprilia. Let's see here. I see you ask a question here after Fire Spawns. We'll be with you in a sec. Hello. Hey, Fire Spawn. Good everything. Good everything to you too. All right. So your question for the cards is the reason the Pisces thinking about you. Um, let's see. Oh, is the reason the Pisces is thinking about you because he saw what you posted online. Let's take a look here. Nine of Pentacles. I don't feel so here because the nine is like a hermit's journey, and they're more. I feel like they're really to themselves right now, so I don't feel like they were looking at media and stuff like that. I feel like their reason they're thinking about you is because they really are doing some inner reflection of their worth in relationship to the outside world. and you came into the mix here. You're one of the coins, one of the things in the outside world that they use to, like a mirror, to understand their worth. So whatever has gone on between the two of you, it's really they're using your interactions and their experience with you to reflect on who they are, if that makes sense. So I don't feel like it's something because you posted online. I feel like they're just in this reflective type of situation. So that is what is coming through. So many, many blessings. I know, Jerry. I'm a giant. All right. All right. Thank you so much for your additional donation, Alice. Appreciate it. All right. Absolutely. So I see here you're just wanting some positive, uplifting messages and guidance from spirit. Absolutely. We can definitely pull some cards and see what they have here for you. And I really appreciate your additional donation. And I feel like they want to give you an Ask Your Guides Oracle. So let's take a look here and see what they have here for you. Interesting card. So you got Bravado and Warrior Guides. Dun dun dun. So let's take a look here and see what they have coming through here. Card number, is that 41? Yeah, I like it. So it's rebellion, liberation, courage, resistance. And it says, does everything inside you rebel against authority, making you want to scream, "You can't control me"? If so, it's true. No one can control you unless you agree to it. The fact that you don't allow others to control you anymore is a sign of progress. It means that you're moving away from a world of dependency and are claiming your personal authority as a self directed, conscious soul ready to take responsibility for yourself. Wow. Challenging the authority figures in your life is a necessary step in your growth. However, you also can realize that not everyone or everything in your path is necessarily working against you. Ask your warrior guides for the courage to challenge what oppresses you and for the wisdom to know when to respect authority, right? So, your warrior guides message to you: stand up for what's important to you and ask for it. However, don't fight for its own sake. Respect the leadership and rights of others as well. But I love that, the standing up. I feel like it's them telling you they're proud of you for this standing up and not allowing others to control you and not be, thrown around by the whim of everyone else and what everyone else is wanting in their lives, right? And that you're just really having this wonderful. I just feel like it's like high fives all around. All your warrior guides are going, yeah, psh, 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 high five, high five, all around because of the courage that you've had. So I definitely like that. It's very much like a validation from them that they have seen you're known. That all the strength and everything that you've overcome and done has not gone unnoticed by them, that they are with you every moment and they see it all. So I like that for you, Alice. What a wonderful message. High fives. All right. And again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. And we are back to Aprilia, back into the lightning round. So we're doing one card readings here. And you were wanting to know a love reading between your girlfriend, Sarah. All right, let's take a look here and see what they want you to know here. I feel like we are moving back to the Tarot of Dragons. All right. Let's go say, does she look like Khaleesi, the mother of dragons? I like it. We did have two cards. Even though I'm doing one card, they demanded two cards, so we do it. There's this great movement of love between you with the Knight of Cups, and it feels like you guys are looking at it from a higher level, a different level, cutting away more and more fears, which are allowing this love to flow more and more between you. But it is about seeing things from a higher perspective and cutting away a lot of expectations. That's what sucks the life and fire out of a relationship of any kind, is the supposed to, the should, the need to, the have to, the must. And instead of focusing in on like who someone's not being, I love this wonderful thing if you want to try it, which Spirit brought once, which they're bringing back to me, of course, that it's like an attitude of gratitude, like a gratitude journal, but it's a living gratitude journal where you kind of agree every day to tell something that you appreciate in each other sincerely, not just blah, 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 but really like getting still, looking each other in each other's eyes and saying something like, what I appreciate about you is how you don't give up on your friends, how you're true to them and you understand them and you don't give up on them. And it's like, wow. Cause so if we focus on doing that every day instead of going, why didn't you put the dishes in the dishwasher? Rah! Just think of the depths and the next level that you can take a relationship. And that's what's coming through, Aprilia. So that's what's coming. So many blessings to you. That's what they have for you right now. Oh, fire spawn. You meant to say good evening. I like the good everything. Hey, good everything, everyone. All right. So that is what we have there for you. All right. And so, Kritika, hello, hello. So, you wanted to know what is coming in love for you. You're single currently. Let's take a look here. Oh, you got the Queen of Swords. So, you have this balancing of heart and mind here. So, there is here with the Queen of Swords, she has the Ace of Swords, which is cutting away thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around love that no longer serve you. So this does help you, does help love come towards you, because when we have a lot of, which we're all given a lot of thoughts and beliefs around what love should be, it boxes us in, and then we were told, they have to be this way, and this is the way has to love has to be, and this is how I have to be in love, and this is what a relationship and blah 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 blah. It gets to where you have a very thin line of how love has to come in with who and when and everything else. And that little thin line that's on back order for thousands of years to have all those things happen exactly the way we've been taught, right? But as we cut away thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, we open up possibilities, and there's so many more. And it's like this is on back order for 1,000 years, but if we expand, there's some stuff that has next day air shipping that we can get a relationship sooner. And so there is this freedom that comes in questioning our thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, our fears of losing conditional love, and all the stuff we feel has to happen with love. And when we free ourselves from it, then that allows spirit to bring in the perfect person in the perfect time in the perfect way. The more we release more and more of them, the more space we give them to work. So that's what's coming through, Kritika. So many blessings to you. All right. So we already did those. Oh, thank you, Alice. All right. So Darcini, I believe you are up next here. um for the next free reading, but I do have a donation. So cheery. So you thank you for your donation, and you're wanting to know about, so I've talked about master numbers 11, 22, and 33, and then 44 and 55. All right. So you are going way up into the heavens. So of course, just for everyone else, master number 11 for me means like it's our human experience, like our human ego and our worldly experience that we go through in the beginning of our life, totally oblivious to that we're a spiritual being. We're veiled so that we could really just really bite into fear without realizing how powerful we are, right? So we're blinded from our powerfulness so we can experience what smallness really is. And then 22 is realizing there are two of me living this human experience. I'm a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. that's having this human experience, the actor behind this human character. So we expand and realize I'm a spirit. Oh my gosh. And we start learning all that. Of course, sometimes in spirituality, we're taught by humans that we must destroy this ego, the number 11. But we're like, no, no, no. We actually join together. Our higher self complements and completes our human self. So 22 plus 11 equals 33. So that 33 here, hmm, so this 33 here is the joining together, and we walk this lifetime in a completely different way, with hand in hand with our spirit and our human. So that's where we got there. And then when you look at 44, 11, 22, and 33 are considered master numbers. Some numerologists don't consider the other ones master numbers, but they're power numbers. And so you start to look at the 44s and the 55s by adding things together, right? So like a 44 can be the 33 plus 11, the 22 plus the, twice. So you start to look into empowering yourself differently. The four, when you look at numerology for number four, it's a very stable number. So it's like we get this stabilization, this wonderful, so like it's like a box almost, right? Because if you think of a four as a huge table with four legs on it, it's a very solid foundation. So as we walk together in with our human self and our spirit self, eventually when we're walking together, we just kind of elevate to this place where you just have you're able to observe and just have this stability in looking at life where no matter what comes your way, it's for you because you have this beautiful bond and we don't freak out about it, right? It's a very solid foundation. It's like, wow, okay, we just are have this wonderful awareness. And then when you get into like 55, 5 is the number of change and transformation. And that's where we more so kind of step it up, where you're looking at this bond between your higher self and your human self. It's like you're adding another spiritual kind of downgrade, not downgrades. I always call it downgrades. That's funny. You know how they have upgrades, like downloads, downloads from spirit that just take your it's like your, human opens up more and allows even more spirit in, and that's what happens as we progress. We keep opening, opening, opening. More of our fears drop away out of our life, and more of the character, the higher self, meshes in with the human self, and so that's what comes in. There's this beautiful, meshing that happens, and more we become more spirit than the physical. So hopefully that helps. Yeah. Yeah. And you can look at the common numerology too. You can always, do numerology number 5, numerology number 4, but always look deeper because when we try to define things, we're like, yeah, we fear can get drawn in there. The human always wants to define everything, but our whole experience is about, we're this huge rubber band that we expand and we go the furthest down to the human experience, and then we go pulling back to become, higher and higher and higher and return back to our higher self. So I like it. Thank you for asking that, Cherry. I really don't get to talk about those numbers very often. So I love the clarity that comes through. So thank you again for your question and your donation and your thirst for more and more knowledge. I love your thirst for spiritual knowledge. So thank you for that. All right. And I do have a couple other donations, so I will take a sip here. Actually, I'm going to move to a different one. There's some weird stuff at the bottom of that cup. So let me take a sip from here. into my backup coffee. All right. So, Dreams Days, you're up next. Thank you so much for your donation. I am doing well. I hope you're doing well. And let's take a look here. Okay, so let's take a look here. So, you want to know, how does your XF, the Pisces, feel about you? All right, let's take a look here. All right, what else? Okay. Looks like they've been doing some inner growth here because, I almost feel like there's a before and after, before and after, a before and after as they're going through things here because we've got the Eight of Swords, which this is us really looking at our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have made us feel restricted and tight and small and all of that. So there's this awareness, this flowing of that it's been our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have made us feel certain ways. And so I like this awareness because they're really realizing, oh, okay, I see my part in how why the relationship had what happened within it, right? So it's kind of like almost this little bit of ownership of how they were looking at it here. And then we have, I think that's the sire. Yeah, it's the King of Pentacles, which they've been looking and seeing their worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. So, the feelings they had about you have transformed because they're seeing a lot of what they were putting on you were their own thoughts and beliefs. And so they're kind of focused in on them. I know you're like, what else is new? But that's what was happening there because they also have these two, which their conflict, any kind of verbal conflict and arguments and everything like that. They're also realizing with the Six of Pentacles that there was a codependent relationship that was going on and that they wouldn't, it was not an equal giving and receiving. And because of these, again, these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that they had, all these swords, this is what caused the conflict because they had these core beliefs that just wouldn't one, they wouldn't open up to allow you to give to them in certain ways, but they also weren't able to give because of their how they felt about their self-worth. We cannot give more love than to the extent we feel about ourselves, nor receive love from others more than to the extent we love ourselves. So they just had a very minimal self-love. And so no matter how much they wanted to love and give, drip, drip, and no matter how much love that you wanted to give, drip, drip. And so they're realizing, oh, it was my dripping. that sounds that sounds so much not like I wanted it to. The dripping mechanism was too restrictive. But this is the oh my goodness. So the ability to give and receive love was just very restrictive. So this is what's coming in here is like there's this aha and this awareness that is coming in here and their belief around love, the Two of Cups is the relationship stuff. It's transforming. They're seeing things from a different perspective and they're seeing you from a different perspective around all of this. Will they want to go back? No. They don't. They only want to move forward, so all right. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to me. Um, so they have realized a lot of things and their approach and their feelings for you. They understand why what happened and but they can't get past they've got a really a mind that doesn't allow them to let things go. And so they know it is better for you and better for them, ultimately too, not to go backwards because they know that they are not it's funny, they're like, "I'm not mature enough yet to not bring back every little thing that I've kept in my brain about what I disagreed with and how I felt hurt, and it'll be difficult for me to hide that." And they're like, it's best to know that it's a learning experience and that I've learned a lot that I will bring forward in my next relationship, and that they are hoping and I think they know because of who you are that you will take what you learned into your next relationship, but going backwards isn't a good idea, from where their standpoint. So that's what's coming through dreams days. So hopefully that makes sense to you. But that is what is coming through. So many, many blessings to you. All righty. So many blessings. And again, thank you for your donation. Right, Misty Blue, you're up next, and thank you for your donation. What is going on here? Let's take a look here, Misty. You sure signed up for a master's class in this lifetime. I think you were in the crowd of me and my friends who had before we came down in this lifetime, we all got drunk at this little bar on tequila. We all signed up for our adventures. Because I just feel like there's like a large group of us that were just partying the night before we went in to go select these lifetimes. Because it feels like we chose this is what's left over. Yeah, give me the extra hard one. We can handle it because we had all that tequila bravery, right? All right. So my heart goes out to you. I'm sending you lots of love, Misty. And let me actually, I want to I'm gonna write down here and keep you in my energies each day until we get this turned into health for you again, along with Serenity the horse. That I send energy to every day because they're healing too. So you're not alone. My heart goes out to you here. Yes. Oh no. And you have to have the same blood type, right? I know I'm O positive. I'm the universal donor because I just like giving to everyone. Okay, absolutely, absolutely. All right, so let's take a look here and see. So you want to know, are they going to quit the cell treatments and send you back to USD for chemo? Okay. See what we got going on here. Yeah. So we do have the Seven of Swords, and it's interesting this bone here. But there's this is really where you've been removing your fears in life, right? This is all the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, our fears that have cheated us before, right? And I love the Four of Pentacles, a solid foundation in the outside world. So I feel like there's this returning back to what has worked with the Four of Pentacles, because the outside world stability, right? And then we have because we have these swords, these fears that are you know, like biting at you, right? And you have the temperance, which is time, and here we go with the patience. Yay, I know, right? Patience. But transformation, that it turns things around, it moves things back in the direction here. Um, I just feel like the fears is the thing, right? That we just want to overcome these. We want to overcome them. We want to let them go. And you are starting this new journey, the full card, about headed into this new adventure. Yay! This is what you wanted, another new adventure. But it's great. It's free of a lot of fears and expectations. And there's this flow that happens here. So I feel like they are going to, they're going to return back to they're going to want to return back to what has worked before, but in the midst of it too, I feel like you begin a new journey and maybe a new type of treatment that helps. And I like this because it's a very positive card. It's the ending of old cycles, the beginning of something new too. So I feel like they want to return to it and they start headed down that direction. But I do feel it like takes a different a different direction for you too. You have the hermit journey. So um of course, that is turning to spirit for guidance and trust your gut, trust your instinct. So when they want to offer you something different, yeah, Page of Wands. So new passion, new energy in the direction you go there. So I do feel like they intend to go the direction and another hang drag, another transformation. But it definitely it feels like they're like, well, let's start the direction, this is what worked before. Let's go back to this and da 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 da. But then I feel like when they start going that direction, that they're like, you know what? We want to try this. Trust your gut and instinct, right? Of course, when it ever comes to medical things, I always have to say you have to trust medical professionals. You ultimately decide what you want for your life. But I feel like there's this new adventure, this new therapy, or this new thing to go through with it as well. But big thing fears are, you know, they impact our immune system so much. And I know that you've been working so much on releasing fears and releasing more fears and releasing more fears. And I just feel like you continue doing that too, because when we're in fight or flight mode, that of course keeps our body from working on its amazing, beautiful immune system, right? It's such a self-healing machine that I do love that the more we stay in a place of gratitude and, oh, very nice. I thought you said they were cute, but you have cute head wraps. Yeah, so I'm hopeful here with all this here, but it definitely is this. And oh, I love you have the phoenix dragon rising from the ashes, and but definitely this is diving deep and letting more and more and more of the fears drop away as well. So I like this for you, but we will send you beautiful love energy every single day, and you are loved. And I'm excited for this Fool's card, this journey, because I feel like they're going to offer you a different type of therapy for it. But the everything that you can do to help, of course, is lowering, um, focusing on your energy and gratitude, 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 gratitude for what is, which I know you do, um, even more so than a lot. So hang in there, Misty. Absolutely. You are loved. And thank you for your donation, too. But, we'll definitely keep you in our prayers and our meditations, and, obviously, you have a lot of beautiful support here too. So, we're always here for you. So, alrighty. So many, many blessings to you, Misty, and we'll jump back in here to the free readings here. So, Darcini, we are doing lightning round, one card answers. So, you'd like guidance for your career. Yeah, the Eight of Pentacles. So, this is about like an apprentice studying and putting in the blood, the sweat, and the tears. And there is movement that comes here too. So, you've been it's about putting in the work, and, putting in the effort, and there is this movement. So if you've been wanting to go to school or get a certification or whatever it is, when you really, put in all the effort, it's guaranteed that the wheels will turn and that in the outside world, things will progress. So, if you're like I said, if you've been studying and you graduating or you get into certification, then the job, like the where you're in with your career, either has to go up or or you are leaving, going out and going somewhere else. So there is this wonderful you put in your effort, you put in all this blood, sweat, and tears. Things can't stay the same as they are. You either have to move up or out, by your own choice. And you're just like, I can't stay where I'm at. I either need to move into something higher because of all the energy I've been putting into my career, or I need to go find somewhere else. And it's not, you know, angry, like, "Oh, you're not treating me how I need to be treated." You're just like, "I am choosing for me." And it's like, "Can you guys, this is what I've done, everything, or am I able to move up? Are there other opportunities?" They're like, "No, this is pretty much it." "Okay, thank you." And then you start looking and then you seek what you wanna do. So I like that for you, Darcini. So many blessings to you. Alrighty. Let me just make sure I'm not bypassing anyone here. All right. Yeah, maybe meet a new cute doctor, Misty. Woo! All right. Hey, Margaret. Hello, hello. That was like a good evening a long time ago. All right. Okay. All right, Minu. Well, I know that's for you that they moved on from you, so that is good. We know something amazing is coming your way. All right. And we took care of that one. We answered that one. All right. Luna Ray, I believe we are to you right now. And is your twin flame Terry almost out of karmic relationship? Okay. Let's take a look here and see what is going on here. We have the 7 of Wands. I don't feel like I mean, here's all this flaming going on here, right? I almost feel like well, I not almost feel. I feel like that part of this twin flame relationship between you 2 is for you to experience the flame, the fieriness here, of being separate. Because the twin flame journey is very like there's this draw to each other, but it's almost like I always refer to it as like blood sport with Jean-Claude Van Damme, where you're in a ring showing each other like you have to face your fears and everything that you're wanting to transform. And sometimes that requires them being a catalyst to show you, this is what you don't want to see, but you're going to see it. Right. And you're just like, oh my gosh, and I feel like this is what's going on here now is, that they are not with you, that you're separate, and all the any fears and emotions and stories and energies that come up, this is the time that it's happening. It's like you're being cornered by all these thoughts and these beliefs and these energies for you to transform. And that's the part of why they have to stay at a distance, because that is what's creating the energy, if that makes sense. So I feel like not quite yet, but look at what it is bringing up inside of you so that you can transform those things, because that's part of the twin flame journey that you have, right? So that's what's coming through, Luna. Hopefully that makes sense. If not, let me know because I'll explain it. You can even email me in my email in the description box of the video if you want to kind of take it offline. But I can explain that more if that didn't make sense. Which you're so I feel like you get it. But all right. Okay, so we answered those. We answered that. Thank you for your patience. I'm just making sure that I'm not overlooking anyone here. Okay, so those were done. Answered those. Okay, so I'm just reading down through here. All right, so all right, Needy Sarvaya, you'll be the next one up here. Let me see where we're at on with everyone here. All right. So, you'd like a general reading, Needy. So let's take a look here. All right, here it comes. All right, we got the full card coming in. So you definitely have this new journey beginning in your life here, which is, because the last card in the major arcana is the world card, ending of old cycles, beginnings. Here you are jumping into this new beginning. And I like the full card because it's a lot like a baby when they come into the world. They are free from all these supposed to, shoulds, and need tos, and all these restrictions, and all the stuff that makes us feel caged and you know uh, limited and powerless. And so I feel like you're entering a time of where you're just letting a lot of stuff go, a lot of everyone's opinions and all this, and you're really jumping forward and leaping forward. It is a time here of letting go of a lot of people's like opinions that were around you, that you don't have to please everyone, that you are really the zero card can represent your soul before it leaps off into the earth, right? So it's a returning of seeing things from that fresh perspective, like your inner child self, allowing yourself to play, allowing yourself to laugh, allowing yourself to enjoy life as an adventure with awe instead of like, "Oh, I gotta do that." So, I like the return to awe that is coming here for you. So, that is what is coming in. I like that. So, many, many blessings to you. All right. So, Diamond Legal Reader, um, you are up next here. And so, if drawn a love, let's take a look here and see what they have for here for you. Oh, yeah, you have the Six of Pentacles here. So the Six of Pentacles is this journey here. It is my codependency awareness card, especially when we're talking about love. But it comes to our, this giving and receiving and how it can be out of balance. Usually refers to our inner child, where when we're 7 years old and younger, we have this desire, of course, to be loved by certain individuals in our life. Usually mom and dad, can be grandparents, could be anyone, but we'll know when we dive into it, right? But when we're younger, we have to give so much to get so little, and that seeps down, and that becomes our mantra of I must overgive in school and work and relationships and friendships and whatever it may be that comes in, right? And sorry, I must have an eyelash. There's like I feel like something in my eye. Oh, that's what it is. It blinds us, and that's how we see the world, is this out of balanceness, but it's underneath in our subconscious. Our inner child is keeping track. Are we reaching those 1,000 coins yet? So you can get a one coin back. And it manages all the force fields that keep abundance and love and everything away. So even though our conscious mind, we want love, 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 and like, why is love so far away? Why is it rejected out of my life? Almost it feels like, well, little child self is keeping track, going, no, 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 we haven't reached the 1,000. You're only at 600. We got 400 more to go. That's why sometimes in our life we'll have love enter for a moment, but it resets back to zero and they get repelled back out because we're not deserving to keep it according to that belief. But once we bring that out of balanced rate of emotional exchange into the consciousness and think about it, who was it that I had to overgive to when I was younger? Again, parents are usually primary suspects because they are trying to do so much. They don't have a whole lot to give. They're still children themselves, raising children. That we're like, oh, I know who it is. And then we're able, a little edit button appears, above the 1,000, we're able to go in there, remove those zeros to bring it from 1 to 1,000 down to 1 to 100, 1 to 10, 1 to 1. We click save and it goes in there and then it opens up to love. So if in the past you felt like people wanted to give love, but they couldn't, and they gave love outside of our relationships, either into their work, into their bodies, into friends, hobbies, affairs, whatever it may be, you're realizing that the force fields keeping everyone out were from down in here. And that's the place we want it in our hands so we can change those things and we can make that change. So that's what Spirit is bringing through for you right now, Diamond Legal Readers. So many blessings to you. All right. Aldona, hello, hello. You are up next here. Maybe. There we are. Lost my place. So is it a good idea to travel to Germany soon? What guidance does Spirit have for this? All right. We are doing single card readings for the lightning round here for the rest here. You got the Knight of Cups, which is movement of emotion. It's a movement card. So this would be that it's yes, but trust your heart on where you go and what you want to do. Don't negate your gut instinct with that, with the connection there. So it does show that it brings you joy, it brings you emotion. It's a positive thing because it's a movement. So it's not a like stand still card, it's a movement card. So that's what's coming through, Aldona. I like it. I was going to try to think of a German word, but I don't know much German. Um, so go forward. Andale. I'll throw in Spanish. Andale. Move forward. All right. So many blessings to you there, Aldona. Hey, Shirley. Many blessings to you. Hopefully you heard. Serenity, we're still sending love, love, love to Serenity the horse for a speedy recovery. And I want to know what are TA's current thoughts and intentions towards you. All right, so let's just pull one card here, see what they have coming through here. Yeah, I feel like did we get this before? It feels like that type of energy, the King of Pentacles, which are looking for you for security, financial security. I think we talked about because I think it was like there was someone. It was like sugar mama, but you're like, but I'm not rich. But they're looking for you for their security in their life. It's like there's this feelings of fullness and wholeness, and like you're what will make me feel full. And we know that's not true, that we are the only ones that can fulfill ourselves. But they're kind of looking at you towards you as defining their worth in relationship to the outside world, which that's not our place to be. That's no pressure at all. You define me. And they're like, I sure hope not. Look in the dictionary for your definition, not to me. But I feel like there is this, I don't want to say clinginess, but it just feels like they're like they're showing me from Back to the Future. You're my density, and you're like, do you mean destiny? Oh yeah, it's like you need to get your definitions correct. That's what they're showing me. So that's what's coming through, Shirley. Hopefully that makes sense there. All right. So continue looking down the list here, just making sure I'm not bypassing over anyone. So thank you guys for your patience here. All right, Tatiana, thank you for your patience and getting down to, and thank you for all your support and love that you're bringing into the chat room. Thank you for being part of our soul family, and I'm glad to be part of yours. So does Kamran have some romantic feelings around you? All right, let's take a look here. I don't feel like they've got feelings. The Justice card here has a lot to do with thoughts, the Ace of Swords here. I feel like they're just trying to figure things out, and they're really caught up into their head. I just feel like they're often to la la land of their brain, overthinking things, overthinking life, trying to figure things out. I feel like their life is just there's so much going on, so much everywhere that it just feels like a giant hurricane, tornado, whirlwind of thought that just is like it's almost like they've got ADHD, adult was it adult deficit or ADD, right? Adult deficit disorder or whatever. Attention deficit, not adult. Yeah, they have adult deficit disorder. They don't know how to be an adult. They're trying to be an adult. No, but it's like there's so many thoughts. They have trouble focusing on any one thing for very long. I just feel like they're so distracted and so pulled in so many different directions that I feel like their feelings are kept in a little box to save it from getting ripped to shreds by this tornado that's going around. So I feel like their emotions are really pushed down and they're a lot in their head right now. So I don't it's not just you, it's like their entire life that I feel though. So that's what's coming in, Tatiana. Hopefully that makes sense, but that's what's going on. They're just kind of like way off in the overthinking realm, which I'm an air sign sun, so I understand. But yeah, with you being a sun sign in Pisces, is that you? You're a sun sign in Pisces, a moon in Sagittarius, Cancer rising. You're just like, what are they doing? The mental world is like boring to you because you're all about the deep diving into your emotions and excitement, fire of life. And again, Cancer, emotion, emotion, emotion. You're like, that world of thinking is like putting me to sleep, but that's where they're at. They're way off over there. They're like an alien to you, right? All right. Well, that's what's coming in there. So many blessings to you. All right. All right. Let's take a look here. Sorry to just catch up to you guys saying here. Mm, you're too funny. LA. Yeah. Attention deficit. Yeah, that thing. Oh, you're too funny. All right. In LA, you're actually up. So thank you, LA. Um, so will you find a lawyer for this burn case? You sent a bunch of inquire phones. You're talking to Mark. Is he a good fit? I think he fits your description. All right, let's take a look here. Well, that'll just answer it. Is Mark the good fit for this? And of course, I'm not a legal expert, so definitely seek legal advice on who you should be with, and you get to ultimately make the decision. Um, hmm. They're the King of Cups here, so they're a good fit. I feel like they're a good balance. If we talked about someone who is balanced both in heart and in mind, I think that's what we talked about, didn't we? If I can't remember right now. But yeah, it feels like they're balanced. They're intelligent and they're passionate, and they have a balance of both of those things, which is great because they are able to understand and communicate emotion, but also they're intelligent. They know what the heck they're doing. So I feel like if that was the kind of energy we got, then that would be a heck yeah um, for them. So I feel that's a good match there because I feel like they're compassionate. They're able to empathize, but they can be aggressive if they need to be. I mean, I just feel it's a full package there. So um, if that's truly their personality, then that would be great. So that's what's coming through LA. Here we go, right? All right. Okay, we did those. We did those. Hmm, you guys are awesome. All right. I think we are down to Clover. We're almost to the end here, which yeah, right, almost at 3 hours. So we will be wrapping this up. Clover, You want to know why do you always meet with a guy by coincidence and it appeared in my dreams, but you don't know who he is? Let's see here. All right. So you keep bumping into someone and you see him in your dreams and you just keep bumping into him. They're a witch. No, I'm just kidding. Let's take a look here and see what they have here. Oh, I think it's a magician. It's close. Oh my gosh. There is this energy. This is the power of our energy. I love the connection though, because this is very much, I feel like your spirit, this is like your higher self connecting and bringing through energy to the world. So it is your connection. You are actually the magician. It's your energy. You're expanding your, I know, right? No, it's you expanding your spiritual abilities and your connection to the spirit world. It is bringing in clarity, and it's like you're connecting to your clairvoyance, and you're connecting to. So there's some precognitive. It doesn't happen like a lot in our lives because our spirit guides like to use our dream time to kind of sit us down in a classroom, bring things to our attention, revisit things, and etc. But every once in a while they'll bring in, that's why we have deja vus. They'll bring in things that we need to know and see because they want to bring importance around it. So, with you meeting this person by coincidence and that they appeared in your dreams and you don't know who they are, um, I feel like you will know who they are eventually, especially if you keep bumping into them. You might just um, say something like, "Are you?" Um, like, "I promise I'm not stalking you." If they notice, because I'm sure they're going, "Who is this person I keep bumping into?" Well, are you stalking me? No, are you stalking me? But it feels very, um, serendipitous, you know? So, trust that you're developing your spiritual gifts. Things are expanding because of your connection that you're growing with the spirit world too. But, I don't feel like there's anything to be afraid of. This is all magical. It is, positive, like, we didn't get any warning card with it, so it's, nothing to be afraid of, Clover. I'd like it. Unless they show up, in your front door, then don't let them in. That's a joke. That's a joke. Nothing to fear. Nothing to fear. So I like that. All right. I think that was everything here. Yeah. So that is everyone. All right. You are very welcome. Now, to make sure everyone knows, of course, it's not too late to get into my weekly drawing. I tomorrow, here's the link for the video. I will be giving away 4 person recorded readings at least. So if you want to find out how to get into those, check that out because the following Monday, I'm going to be ending my May extravaganza and I'll be giving away at least 7 personal recorded readings there as well. So if you want to find out how you can get into those drawings, be sure to check that out. Also, I put out June's monthly readings a couple days ago. So if you want to see what's coming for you for June, here is the playlist for that. And there is still a couple days left for May. So if you want to check out May's here for the next couple days, that's the playlist for that. And I also have a ton of pick a cards if you want some additional guidance. All these are free on my main page. The pick a card I put out this week is what's coming next for you for love, career, and abundance. In each of those, you have like 3 choices. And within each choice, it went over love, career, and abundance. So I like it. It was fun. So those are all free and available. And I will be back in about 6 hours for my evening session. I'm here Wednesday through Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and also Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So if you want to stop by and check me out again, I'd love to see you guys. And thank you so much for all your love and all your support and all the love you give each other too. I just love to see that. And thank you for your senses of humor, your huge hearts. And please know, as you are going throughout each and every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you guys again, much love to you. You hang in there. You take care. Have a great rest of your night or day, wherever you're at in the world. And we'll see you soon.